fight with honor or do whatever it takes not to win. There's no in between.
Either fight with honor or everything not to win.
No, either like fight with honor or do like whatever it takes to
Oh,
win.
okay.
I heard that too.
Yeah, but you said
Yeah.
either honor or not winning. That's yeah.
Oh yeah,
For the fight, yeah. It is pretty dishonorable to throw the fight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
For
but
a
I mean,
timer,
like,
go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, like, I might do like mean stuff, so like trip someone over, or I don't know, do a funny curse on them.
Like trash talk, essentially.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, like, I mean, I'm a bard, I guess, so I can just insult him so badly he gives up.
Yep. Well, for Trimer, if he were in the game, how he would try to win is that he would want to know, like, basically, what kind of people are they up against? What kind of chosen champions or heroes of their land are they? What are they known for? What are their skills? Basically, thinking about the possibilities of how to combat it, like basic tactics, essentially, knowing your enemy and trying out different things in the midst of battle.
Fuck your shit up. That's their tactic. From experience.
As for Mikkel, he thinks that with superior weaponry, which obviously he'll want to create himself, he believes that, well, through the power of Braudavik and, well, the party and our god-given weapons, will be able to beat everyone else. So a bit narcissistic.
Rightfully so. What about Kill 10 Commander?
No, he had already spoke. I think right now it's only Carmilla who hasn't spoke yet.
I thought Hilta was just commenting on Gorms, but yeah, honor or nothing.
Well, why does one need to prove their greatness in an arena? Well, doesn't really care for that arena game. It's like they're already great, and well, what they would do to emerge victorious was just being there, since being there is already a victory in itself.
I like how the two players who have been here since the formation of the Iranian games were the two to be like, yeah, I'm not really interested in it at all. That's great.
Yeah, you know, been there, done that.
Still want to see how you
No,
balance it.
we haven't gotten there yet.
I still want to see how you balance it out. Or what's your plan?
Well, it would help if the characters actually want to get there, but yeah, we'll see if we ever end up there.
Yeah.
Have we
Currently,
got
I
a
think we're dealing with eternal affairs with the hags and the Rand Sea colony interrupting sea trade.
I think the hags are going to be the next problem to solve, but have you got a recap
Yeah.
for us for sort of the last episode, but the last kind of season, I suppose. Last
yes. So, recap. So the party traversed through the Ironwood Tree, escorting a large portion of Brada's population to Braudavik. When returning, Carmilla spoke with her mother about who her father is. Gorm spoke with the Jarl. Current situation with the hags. Primer calmed their Brada guests in this new environment, and Hieta was almost caught being part of an enemy clan in Braudavik. Now the party prepares itself to fight the hags and someday deal with Rand's rule causing sea trade to halt or slow immensely. And oh yeah, and there's more. and so we had our level ups, and with our level ups, Carmilla basically went out hunting with her mother and found out that there was an escort of trolls out and about, and Carmilla was able to deal with them effectively by luring them into a trap, and 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 without them knowing that it was a trap set up by Braudavik people, but by Carmilla, and they thought it was just an accident in their perspective. And then during Gorm's level up, he was doing a ritual with the champion of again. Well,
So you broke up in the last thing. What, were you asking what
oh,
the
I was
god
at, yeah. What was Gorm's
ate?
champion of again? Oh yeah, Aegir. Yeah, so basically performing ritual with Aegir and basically asking uh, how to deal with Rand's rule, and he saw I believe moonlight reflected into the ocean, and he saw basically a building within the ocean, and that seemed to be the answer. Like to basically go to that building to find basically somewhere to start when dealing with Rand's rule in holding sea trade. And then for Timer's level up, he was basically investigating the old scrolls he found in that old elven watchtower, and he discovered that apparently there are more elven caches the like his staff that he found in that elven cache near the mountains in Brada, and found out there are more, and there are more paths, and figured out that using the ring he found in Vagendur's horde, he can use the ring to find more of these elven caches. So out of character, in our level ups, we all no joke, Mikkel, we all rolled nat 20s in our level ups
God
in,
damn.
in specific skill checks.
That is actually goaded.
Yes,
Yeah, most
yes,
of us did. Yeah, all of us did for the
Oh,
basic check. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was great.
yeah.
Nice.
Right,
Yep,
yeah,
Yeah.
the
that's
last
where we
session was like a
left off.
month ago, huh?
It's 2 weeks ago, essentially. 3 weeks ago.
27 days. It says almost 3 weeks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah. No. It's
Wait, what?
almost 4 weeks.
Yeah, was in like, okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, I remember. Yeah, you're right.
Dang, it's been a while.
Yep. And yeah, that was right. It was a month, like almost a month.
Yeah, you can see the time codes there in the chat. But that is, yeah, that was great recap. Thank you. We will be joining you guys as you are back in Braudavik now, and you will be having done your level ups and this kind of thing. You've still left your ship parked quite a ways away uh, by the Sentinels Covenant, and you are now in the Jarl's Longhouse. Uh, the hags, that you know that you've still got a little while before you actually have to face off against the hags, but it is at this point that Braudavik is really starting to get ready for that battle.
Were we supposed to make a what's it called check?
A domain check.
Yeah. Is it time for another check?
And no, that would be in 5 days, I believe,
Okay.
after the ritual that you did. So we're going to kind of fast forward here over these days, but um, that is where we're moving towards now. Yeah, that is actually where we will begin because 5 days ago was when your ritual was, and over the last 5 days you've kind of recuperated here in Braudavik, gotten used to the life here, and Magnus and his crew, like with Lady Kira, they are not back yet. They are only they're only set to arrive in about a week or so. So where we rejoin you now, it is the evening. Yeah, evening in the longhouse, and you still haven't gotten your ship back yet. So it's up to you guys where you want to go from here. As today will be when you are moving against the hags, like making an intrigue check. I mean, a domain action.
Okay.
Hag. All right.
Hear the crackling of the fire. There's the smell of mead and meat that is flooding this hall, and the sound of chatter. You can hear some loud dwarvish voices from behind you as the dwarves have made themselves comfortable here. But you guys are sitting in the corner there. You've got your maps all spread out and maybe some food and drink. What do we see you guys do?
There.
We should probably get the ship back before we have to march north. We'll probably have to ask for crew because we are missing a giant now.
Yeah.
Shouldn't take us a few days, I believe, to sail here. Maybe two, maybe three, if I'm not wrong. At most.
True.
If on the way we can, the Rens, we can try to. As weird as it sounds, we can try to visit Ren. I have a recipe that will help you. Well, the pressure of the ocean will not do you harm, but we still need to figure out a way for you to breathe. Me and Carmilla have a way. Not sure about the rest of you. Or even the rest of you want to go down there. I'm not entirely sure what to expect. We are going to confront the goddess.
I mean, if it's necessary for someone like me to accompany you in this journey, and I will. Essentially, I won't reject completely.
I think the amount of times you'll be able to explore the deep oceans are much more limited than the amount of times you can explore the top of mountains.
I will say
Right.
you have at this point that sounds like going on a full-on expedition, and we kind of did the level up a little bit early because of how you came back. So you are
That's a
probably
bit
going to
later.
have to, yeah, you'll probably have to
Yeah.
conclude this business with the hags before you go actually on an expedition down there.
So
Yeah,
Maybe you can do
how
something if you're picking up the boat, but yeah, Jarl Nicholas is probably not going to let you take troops on a whole like expedition.
yeah, then how long do we
Yeah.
have until the hags? Because we still need to go to what's the place called? Not Skagatoker, because we're just
Sakatoka.
there. Yes, Skagatoker.
Yeah, Sakatoka. Yeah.
So where were we then? What was the name of the other village?
Oh, where we left, like where we left the ship.
Where we found the daughter of the Jarl. Like whose daughter
Oh.
Jarl belonged there?
Oh yeah, I think that was Sakatoka.
Yeah, so we're not heading there. We have to head to Braudavik.
Oh,
Yes, we still haven't closed the dance with them, which was something we planned to do. The question is, do we have time to? We can teleport to we can walk through the Ironwood tree, I believe, to get to the ship. The question is, do we have time to get to Frostovik and then sail back here? Because the ship will not be able to sail through. Will not be able to go through a straight line. The ship is not well made enough, I believe. It will need some serious upgrades to go on rough seas. So we'll have to go in the shore path.
Right. Right now, right now, I believe
Can I
the
make a
question.
check DM to maybe know how long it will take us to get to sail from the Covenant to the Flostovik and then back to Braudavik?
Yeah, you can make a survival or an investigation check.
Okay.
Or with navigator's tools if you have those.
Do not, unfortunately, but survival maybe it will help.
Okay, DC.
19.
Yeah, you can tell that because you guys have come back and the time you spent exploring the mountain, you probably won't have time to go there before the battle with the hags. You wouldn't have the time to make it all the way back. If you're going to fetch the ship and sail it back, that's probably going to take you the time for the battle. So Flostovik, it seems like that expedition now you've kind of ended that one. So if you head to Flostovik, you're not going to be present for the battle with the hags.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
So
Then
So
we
right
can.
now, I believe we should.
Yeah.
Right now, I believe we should just trust the ship in the care of the Sentinels Coven. We have to deal with the hack first before we.
No,
return
we have
our
time
ship.
to get the ship back. We just don't have time to sail to Flostovik and then back to Braudavik.
Ah, okay, I understand. Okay, gotcha.
We can deal with the hags and afterwards. Well, it's expedition for afterwards already. We sail to Flostovik and then to Rand's colony to try to find it.
Hmm.
But that's after we deal with the hags.
Yeah. I wonder since oh wait, never mind. Because I was thinking about since you had like that 10,000 gold on the ship, I was wondering if you can make like a quick stop at Sakatoka to make, I don't know, some kind of purchases.
We need it for the
I don't know.
village to survive the winter.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I understand.
This is where we sailed to hopefully get an alliance and get some trade going. And perhaps the hags will have more loot we can use. I'm not entirely sure how much trading with Skagatoka has yielded us just yet, if anything.
Yeah. Plus, the Jarl of Sakatoka is also still recovering from the dragon blood addiction too.
Yeah. I think all of Skagatoka is recovering.
Okay. Okay, then continue with the plan of bringing the ship back to Braudavik. It was just an idea, but yeah, it makes sense.
It's not a bad idea, but I understand if you want new things, but we do have to. I guess some of the gold is yours. You can do with it as you wish, but we need it for the village.
Oh no, it's okay.
I
Yeah,
will
it's
say
just
it
an idea.
wouldn't take you that much extra time to stop off at Skagatoka. We probably won't go in there like in detail, but there are markets there that if on your way past, if you wanted to do that, it wouldn't be too hard because you'd probably have to stop and get supplies. That's kind of a halfway point anyway. So yeah, not a difficult thing to do, but yeah, most of that gold is definitely going to be used to to raise the armies that you are currently trying to raise, and to keep everyone fed over the winter.
The extra
This
people
point,
we'll need everything we have.
Yeah. Right. And
it
right
is
now is
at
that
this point that you are going to
oh,
be sending orders to your to tell what your spies or whoever is going to do. So I'll just remind you to think about that. This is where you'll be sending people out if you want to. I don't know if anyone needs a we might need a bit of a refresher on what you
Yeah.
can do. But
Oh, what we can do, I think, is there's a list. There's a list, I think. I just need to remember what we did already. That's
so
never
you
mind.
guys
Never mind.
found a battlefield, and you and the hags, everything that you've done has essentially nullified each other.
Mhm.
Like they try to raise communications and resolve, and you guys just basically everyone's back to normal at this point. But you guys have found a battleground in the forests, kind of between you and where the hags are. So that is sorted. But at this point, yeah, you can try and attack their communications, their resolve, or their resources using diplomacy, espionage, law, and operations. Like those things are all contained in the strongholds and followers book you should be able to see in the journals. I know
Yeah.
that's probably completely new to Kyoto, but
It looks more complex than it actually is. Okay.
and actually we have been overcomplicating things. So the way that the units are going to work this time might be a little bit different. We're not going to have, because you're supposed to have, if you've got a bunch of human infantry, they're all supposed to go together. So it's like you might take one of those smaller units with you on the ship, but for this one, if you're getting all of your human infantry together, they're going to take on one token. It'll just be a larger unit size.
Can we make it can we make a check to like prep the battlefield or something? Like try to like tilt it in our favor. Maybe put traps on their end.
Yeah, definitely. You could.
Just trying to find the the list where all the
Yeah,
options are.
that would be an operations ship. Um, probably against their communication, maybe if they maybe their resolve. Also trying to find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah, I'm like
possible it's
looking.
not in this one? It's in the other book, because there are two, I think.
This is the no. Go down to warfare.
Yeah.
What are you? Sorry, what are you looking?
You said operations, all those things, like what we can do.
Yeah, basically our bonuses. Trying to look for that. I think. Oh, it's in domains. I think. Oh yeah, there it is. Domains. Domains folder. Is that what you're looking for?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the sheet that you're using. That's got your stats on it. But yeah, I'm also trying to find the intrigue action. Oh, we're sure all of that is in there.
I am not sure.
Let me see.
Well, anyway, there's the PDF. Yeah, want that.
Video. So pinned, I think, in the yeah.
So you can either improve your own defenses or lower your enemy's defenses by making one of those checks. How exactly you're doing it is kind of up to you. Like laying traps and stuff, you definitely could do. But that's going to basically thin out the numbers that they're bringing in, and uh, that would do things. Is it now? Yeah, you could lower their resolve. Their communication, I think, is probably what that would do. Yeah, so you could move everyone if you were to compromise their communication. At the end of the next deployment, an opposed domain chooses one of this domain's units in any rank on the battlefield and moves it into an adjacent space.
Is it in this file, in the one you sent?
Yeah. Look in domain skills. There's different levels. So when you attack one of these things, you can either increase your defenses and it'll give you like a boon when you are in the wall, or you can attack your enemies and it'll make it harder for them. Usually on like the first round of the battle. So like if you lower their resource levels, their artillery units would have disadvantage on morale checks until the end of the first round. But you can lower them more than once. Just everyone is still kind of at normal at this point.
Yeah. Well, I do have a lot of auger fed and other types of feds. Maybe we can like set them up, and when battle starts, like archers, like, hit them with fire arrows, and everything blows up, either damaging them or just like confusing them. It's an idea.
Oh yeah, like basically disadvantage on morales if they're like kind of
I
like
don't know whatever it does, but it's my idea.
yeah.
We don't have
That would be an operations check against their communications. Sure.
anyone else has any ideas?
No. No, it's thinking about like domain actions we could take.
Just don't think domain action. Just think what would you do to affect the battle in your favor, and then the DM will try to pinpoint that to an action.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah, this is something that not your character is doing, but you're giving orders to your people to go and like maybe you're sending spies in to go and like infiltrate or find hidden knowledge or things like that, or maybe you're making deals with people to try and maybe lower the supplies that are getting fed to the hags, or there's a lot of ways you can go about it, but
Okay.
it's up to you to kind of describe what orders you're giving to telling people what to do as you're preparing for this battle with them.
I would say, like right now we know that we're aware that the hags are like right now we stopped a alliance of the hags with the uh
Sakatoker.
Sakatoka, yeah. And right now they have an alliance like with another group of people called the like beast tamers, or I
Masters,
know it was
maybe?
like some kind of beast. Oh yeah, the arcane beastmasters, yeah. So thinking of basically some diplomacy, they're trying to convince them that we say uh, like like basically their allies, more and more their allies are getting cut off. Are you sure you want to risk your forces aligning themselves with the hags? If Sakatoka like basically folded, are you willing? Basically, are you willing to risk your lives for the hags? Essentially, for these hags, vile hags.
So you're trying to break the alliance with the Arcane Beastmasters. So that's what you
Yeah.
trying to do.
Disrupt. Like, I don't know if it's like Skakatalker thing. We are actually to go there to break it, but maybe like cause some disrupt between the two. Not sure how much we can do with the intrigue check.
Yeah, well, I mean, because you guys were hostile with Skakatoga before, you haven't gained them as like allies in this battle, but you have stopped them from sending anyone to help the hags. So you might be able to to convince the Beastmasters of a similar thing and reduce them from allies to being kind of neutral. But yeah, that could be. I mean, that may take some convincing, especially after Braudavik did basically take down the operation that they were doing in Braudavik's, like nearby Braudavik. You killed everyone that was up. Actually, that may have been Torg and some people that maybe aren't even here.
Yeah, it was target. The
Yeah.
people that kidnapped animals.
Yeah, actually, so that you guys weren't really there, but you have made an ally of Torg, who is retaking the forest where the arcane beastmasters have been hunting. So that may actually be something that you can leverage. But it would be up to the people that you're sending to do that diplomacy to see if they can convince them to break that. So right now, the two options you've got are making a diplomacy against their resolve, or it is going to be a operations versus the communications.
What are the rest thinking?
Solve that box, basically.
That is. Should send them chat messages he was sending.
No, that's what I do. Go fix some stuff. There's a bunch of glass shattered everywhere.
Great. Mikhail, what are you thinking so far? What basically what other like basically operations or domain actions we could do to
Well,
to either
was-
improve our chances or
Well, I was thinking, right? We still have the ballistas that we used from the siege on Braudavik. So, like, my question is, like, the battlefield we're going to, is it something we're attacking, or is it something where, like, we're just we're gonna be standing around and have time to prepare at the area, and then they'll come to us? Like, do we know this at this point in time?
From what you know, this is probably going to be like a bit of a pitched battle. You've found a battleground where you're going to be able to lead them to. But
Alright.
yeah, bringing siege weapons with you through the forest is probably going to be quite a difficult endeavor. Yeah, you might be able to do that now as an operation, send something through, because it would take them a while to get through the forest.
Or
But
build them up
you
there.
do know.
Sorry, I wasn't
Sorry.
here. We can try to set the equipment up there already, but it might be similar to what I'm planning to do.
Well, yeah, like I was thinking,
Yeah.
like put it up, like set it up, so
Yeah,
we could use it
like
as a
use use the wood that is there to build the equipment.
yeah. Oh
Not
yeah,
quite
not
what I
only
was
that,
thinking. I was
but,
just
but
thinking of, if I may speak, I was just thinking of using it, like setting it up so like they wouldn't know it's there, but you know, we could ambush them with it.
and not only that, but you also still have those like tank tank rails, right?
What
I
sort?
have the what, sorry?
Oh, remember that you built like I don't know what about you built like tank
The
vehicle rails?
vehicles we
Right, yeah.
used to move the dwarves. Want to
Yeah.
mount the ballistas on them? Or catapults on them?
Honestly, that sounds kind of
Yeah,
fun.
something like that.
Yeah,
Right.
then they do a similar thing in like Lord of the Rings where they equip like catapults, equipment, and stuff to giant trolls. But we'll do it to
Yeah,
smaller dwarves.
yeah, I don't remember their names. The Grog, I think they're called.
Oh, Grog. Yeah,
Yeah,
Grog.
I think. My Shadow of
The
War
original Grok.
knowledge is.
Oh,
Yeah,
I forgot
yeah,
they were in that too.
yeah. I played I played Shadow of War a lot. I have many hours on the game. Yeah, I can confirm it is Grog.
I
Well,
thought it says drink, but maybe I'm wrong.
I guess we're doing tanks now.
Oh yeah, there's also a Drake as well. They had as like basically a mobile flamethrower.
Well, you guys have just invented tanks in Mordia, apparently.
Yes.
So,
Might as well use them, am I right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I
do we
will
have
say
ammunition?
a ballista is going to be a hell of a lot harder to carry than a bunch of elderly dwarves
Yeah.
in a minecart. So
We
it
have to
is
make it
going to
move
be,
somehow.
yeah,
Yeah.
I will say it would be difficult to make a tank. It's going to require a pretty high roll. But yeah,
Yeah, it
definitely
makes
possible.
sense. In a world we
Oh,
don't even have.
True, but it sounds kind of fun, doesn't it?
you could also combine those ideas using the troll flap and like put that on a ballista bolt to say
We can make
those two things might work
or
together.
just launch barrels.
Like just fill them with.
Yeah.
Like with fat
Wait, with stones?
and just stones will also work.
Yeah, like what if we do that and
And
then
don't
like
do
we
it.
make
Yeah,
sure
but
they
the
explode
the
midair?
problem is that we need to somehow make the vehicle move there because it will be a lot heavier than people. Because we pushed it when we got it to Braudavik, but we have to figure out a way of it to move either animals or some
Or
other magical or mechanical way.
or what kind of like animals do you have currently?
I can conjure one if that like if it'll help anything.
I think
Yeah.
it
We
will
also
need
have
a
the
few
giant
animals.
eagle.
Hmm.
Yeah, Carmela has the giant eagle mount.
Right. Right.
I'm gonna I can make a war horse or a camel.
Warhorse. See, but that would be like that would be so good if we could just use them like that. Like the barrels to lob stuff at them. We could also like throw shit at the enemy and hopefully they'll die of infections at some point.
Basically, you're like building a new siege unit.
Within 9 to 12
Or-
months.
Probably within like a couple of weeks. If more Braudavik isn't dead by then.
Yeah,
Uh,
next time. but yeah, essentially.
but yeah, for the tanks to work, we'd have to get beast of burden or some magical way of transporting it. So what do y'all think about that? Is like, would that be worth our time?
I mean, it sounds fun, so hell yeah.
Okay.
Can you just repeat what you said? Just my parents walked in. What was the last part?
Well, like what do you guys think about it? Like, do we want to spend time trying to figure out how to invent the
Like
tank?
basically, yeah, or basically like bring the ballista somehow to battle.
Well, inventing the tank would bring the ballista or
Yeah,
some other form of
it
weaponry.
will be the battle technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that to do
Oh,
that, you would
yeah, sorry.
basically be trying to raise a new unit, and that would be a siege weapon that you're creating.
How does the battlefield look like? Do we? You said we know the battlefield. It's like an open, like clearing, or
Yeah, it's going to be a clearing in a pretty dense forest, but as far as like the mechanics go, if there are any abilities that say while they are in a forest, those will count.
oh, I meant like when it like if there are too many trees, then siege weapon might not be that good. But if it's a clearing, then it should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you're in a dense forest there. A siege weapon would be difficult to get there, but look, I mean this is a large scale battle, so
Yeah.
it's not impossible. I will point out you already have a siege weapon coming to the battle in the form of Torg,
True.
and you are going up against a coven of hags. I will remind you. It's not
Yeah.
like as far as siege goes. Like obviously a ballista tank would be sick, but I'm just saying you're not attacking a castle here. This is
How
a
about
coven
we
of
scrap it for now? We set up the battlefield with either the explosive I mentioned or go sabotage the alliance, and you find a way to make the tank a submarine, and we use it to get to Ren's colony.
Oh hell
Submarine.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a better idea, I think.
But
That's
no,
Yeah.
no, I don't think arrows can travel well in the water.
But harpoons can.
well, your the vehicle is traveling in the water. You're just sitting in.
Then I think we should go for the explosives. I think that would probably
Alright.
But yeah, the oil trap
help the most.
Gordon came up with.
Yeah.
Can I just say I really find the idea of one of the hags like taking cover behind a tree and then we fire a giant fucking ballista that just pierces it anyways. Hilarious. Take
Or
cover,
it's
they
ju-
got
Yeah, but,
archers! It's a fucking ballista just boom!
It just turns out to be Torg, and he just grabs her and just whoop, gone. Torg
yeah.
uses battlefield camouflage.
Yeah, that's it.
Carmela, you think?
Sounds like a good plan.
So which one are you going?
right now, it seems like we're going with Gordon's son first, setting up like basically a bit of advantage in the battlefield with the oil trap.
Booby trapping their end.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, roll for booby traps. You can go
It's
onto the
operation.
domain. Yeah, an operations check, and you are looking to beat a 15.
Just a straight check.
It'll be an operations check, so it's got a +3 on
Yeah,
it.
yeah, just the +3. I don't have I cannot add anything to it. That's what I mean.
I don't think you've used your power die yet, so I think you might be able to add
I can
that.
add associated character skills, athletics, and insight. Yeah, I can add. I can add my proficiency
You
bonus.
can add your proficiency bonus to it if you are proficient in one of those.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
Then I'll add
3
it.
plus your proficiency.
Yeah, it's I'll leave it do it automatically because I have a checkbox I can mark here. Let's see. Yeah, it does it automatically.
Oh,
Ooh, almost a 1. But a 25 will beat them.
what? You rolled a 19. What?
No, 19 is the survival. The 25 is the operations test.
Yeah, it
Like
was a
+6.
19 on the die.
Yeah, but I have a +6 to the roll.
Yeah, I thought you said you rolled a 1. I'm like, no, you
No,
rolled really
I saw
well.
it sliding on the 1 and then just still moving to the 19.
Ah.
Oh,
Yeah,
almost
the
a
1 and 19 are close. That's why I said that.
Yeah, I think I heard 1 too, and I was confused for a second as well.
Well,
Like,
that
I'm
was
looking at
lag.
my screen.
That was a 19 I saw it roll, and for a 25 is definitely going to be a success. You were going to reduce their communications to compromise, as when they walk up on this battlefield, there are going to be some almighty explosions that surprise the hell out of them, and will probably be able to corral them into the places you want them to go. Can show you what the battlefield is going to look like, because in warfare these are very basic. But I don't know if you can actually see any of the invisible stuff on the map. If you can,
Yeah, we can.
tell.
Like I see squares on the map. It says there is something there.
Does
I'll
it show you
ignore
the
them. I just see what they are, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Yeah.
see
Well,
I don't see an art
There's the
picture.
text.
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
see
well,
units.
I
I
don't-
just see the map.
that's fine. Then, oh, actually, that might just be because you've got control of one of them already.
Oh yeah.
So, but these are just because I was looking at, I made all the units I could think you might be able to do.
Mhm.
This is basically, you guys are going to be coming from the north, and you have found a way. Now, those bombs especially will help you to get the hags coming from the south.
Nice.
And yeah, so over the next couple of days, your soldiers are going to be going out there and laying those traps. You're going to have a couple of elven scouts as well that are joining you there, and the hags on their turn are going to they're going to spend that turn to raise units, as there are dark summonings happening somewhere near. And
Ooh.
as that night comes, as you guys have sent off your orders, and Braudavik is starting to prepare, you are all going to share a strange vision in your dreams of what the hags are summoning, as they seem to be sending this to you as like a bit of a taunt, and this is what you all see.
Wait a second.
Ooh.
Goats.
See an army of bat-winged devils flying through the air. You can see what you can't quite tell what species they are, but the faces of what look like hordes of enemies. The army that they are gathering is significant. There is a lot that you are going to have to deal with, but as you kind of hear the cackling of these witches echoing through your mind, you know that there's not much more these witches could possibly summon at this point. Looks like they are gathering all of their forces to fight you. And yeah, it is up to you guys as we move on to the next morning, and that is just one of the dreams you have during the night. You would hear a couple of other people around Braudavik who've also been having the same dream.
Yeah. Well, out of character good thing we have. I believe we have like a unit that specializes in dealing with fiends. The Holy Order. I believe they're called Holy.
The holy
something.
blockade are yeah, they will have they want an easy time to dealing with them, but the devils will have harder time dealing with the blockade.
Sounds like a
They
cool
have
squad.
disadvantage on everything against them,
Okay.
on attacks and power checks.
Oh, that's a great point, actually.
Hmm?
I just
What was that?
remembered.
What you say, Hita?
I need to pick up a spell actually for this.
Oh.
Nip, 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 nip. Sorry. Never mind. Go on.
So as your troops are going to lay those traps, are you guys planning on heading back to pick up the ship over the next few days?
I think so, unless someone has any other ideas.
Nope. Uh, unless we have time to do the diplomacy with the arcane defenses to like, hey, don't line yourself with the hags, where we can take them. We stopped Sakatoka from aligning with the hags.
I think we
Right
still have
now,
another
we can-
intrigue check, so I think we can do it for that,
Mm.
if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, you're going to
Right.
get one more turn. The hags have taken all of their turns now, but you guys are going to get one more. So you could do that as your next check. But then that would also mean that you are going in with the units you currently have. If you want to look over that, you can. But I will say for you specifically, Trimea, there are options as well in calling some elven assistance. But you know, Kira's going to be back soon, and she'll probably be the one to talk to about that. But she'll be back before you send out more orders. So if you want to wait to talk to her, it's up to you.
Can we
Okay.
see what troops we have at the moment?
Yeah. Oh. Okay, yeah, I'll just show you on that same map that we've got.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna just to simplify things because also I can never remember how all this stuff works. Currently, you have got all of your guys' normal, the ones that we've had separate troops for. I've put all together into Shields of Braudavik, which that is Oders people. That's all the humans in Braudavik that would be fighting.
The hammers, you mean?
Then, sorry,
The hammers of Braudavik?
no,
Or is it something else?
the shields. These
Okay.
are. This is everybody together. It's not one of those specific units. You can still form those units, but this is like the big army of all of them together.
Mhm.
Because that's actually how it's supposed to work. But also that's gonna be how it works here. You've also got the mammoth hunters. However, you would be told over these couple of weeks that you were here, you would be told that a lot of them have left to go on a mammoth hunt, and after hearing what happened in Browder, a couple of them have been a little bit uneasy in continuing to follow you. So you still have the mammoth hunters. Some of them are still loyal and have remained. Their forces have gotten somewhat smaller, so they are basically at a D4 now. Whereas the miners that you brought from Braudavik, they have joined some of the other miners that were already a unit here, and they have increased in number. There will be many of them that are willing to fight. A lot of them have gone to work in the new mines already. And you have your the elven archers who likewise have gotten a few more numbers, having made an allegiance with Bordavet, but in that you know you have talk. And there is an opportunity to raise one more if Trymere wanted to go and find some more medical assistance. I think you might be the only one to do it at this point. Hielte doesn't quite have the sway. Just
Yeah, I do
that's
have to
currently
ask.
what we
Yeah.
work.
So when the front, because if they breach the front line, I think we'll lose. So like front line, we have just all of the humans like of Braudavik, I believe.
Which is a
And
D12 now.
Mhm.
That's a shit ton of people.
Yeah. So if I want like to form the holy blockade, I have to split them up and make this one smaller and have another unit.
You can't do that. There's you have it based on the ancestry. So it's either you bring in a small unit, not that unit at all. That unit is all of your units together.
Mm-hmm.
There's you can't operate them separately. That the way we've been doing it before, where we've filled this whole map, is not the way to do it. That's why it takes forever. Supposed to consolidate everyone into one big unit.
But
Depending
they
on
won't.
who decides to
They won't have
command
the
that,
effects. Like if I have
that's what it'll
holy,
like.
they will not. Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Is if whoever does decide to command that unit, you'll be able to give them that effect for the battle. But that's
Oh.
only going to be one of you. The same can be said because you guys each get to command a unit. So depending on the unit you're commanding, they may get an additional bonus from you.
currently have all the humans. We have miners, we have archers, and we have Goliaths and Groot.
Or- yes.
Torg, sorry, I confused myself. It is one each at the moment.
Hmm.
You can only raise the elves and make like other elves bigger, like the DM said.
Oh yeah.
That's already. Oh yeah, I suppose you could get more
Because we have
after
one
if they
unit
want.
each at the moment, so we cannot technically command one each.
You can command up to your proficiency, I think, or up to the. I don't know. You can command more than one.
Okay.
proficiency. Yeah, there's basically the units that you can raise are generally associated with what you are able to do. So Trymere, if you were interested, you could maybe go and gather some sorcerers, like a unit of battle mages you might be able to raise, if, but you'd have to go and ask the elves in Braudavik, which you do have a fast travel point between Braudavik and Braudavik, so it wouldn't be hard to make the trip. But yeah, that may take a domain action to find them. You also do have some other units that you guys might want to raise from before. It is up to you. But that you'll also only be able to do in a week's time. So you've got some time to decide that as you go and get the ship back.
Right now, what's interesting to me slash timer is that I believe he would like try to get some I believe some sorcerers units here in Braudavik. Since you mentioned that, like that was an option, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll get that.
So how is he pitching that to the group? I mean, you would know that that's an option. I'm not sure where Trymere studied or things, but wherever he was learning sorceress magic, I will say there is someone in Bordervet. Her last name is Frost Song. I think her first name is uh, Lerial or some fucking Elven.
Right now, oh no, Star Whisper. That's her name. I got. I have the notes. Star Whisper. So gifted mage responsible for understanding, harnessing magical energies and use sport of it.
Oh
Ilara
yeah,
Star Whisper.
she. Uh, yeah, I think she's like one of the elder uh, mages there, and then there is also another one called, which I don't think I've mentioned to you before, Lyrian Frostsong, who would be one of the martial, like if you were leading battle mages in, she might be one to talk to. Ilara is someone that would be like in the ancient magic, who would be the person to talk to about like the ancient history of the elves and what's going on in the
Okay.
stars, kind of thing.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Both of them are in board of it, so yeah, you would have to uh, go and take a little trip there, but that wouldn't probably take more than a day or so. So yeah, as the party is gathering during the morning or over the next few days, what are you guys planning to do, and how's Trymere going to pitch that?
If we are bringing the ship back in those days.
And for Trymere, how he would try to per, persuade Wait, what's her name? Yeah. Oh yeah, Lori. Her name is Lori in Frostline.
Yeah, no, not how you would try to persuade her. The party. You're not there yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's party. Okay.
Are you convincing
Saying
us
is
to
that
ask them to bring mages?
Yeah. Basically, I'll respond. Okay, yeah. I imagine that after Trimer has this dream, he's like, all right, if the hags are bringing up their own strange magical forces, that Trimer's gonna bring his try to bring his own magical forces. So I can imagine Primer is talking to the party about after the recent dream of the hags, and he's like, yeah, and he's yeah, let's just say that he doesn't like these hags. Whatever they're doing, it's vile, and, and gotta put a stop to this. Since they're bringing their own strange forces, Primer has some strange forces. Well, not of his own in particular, but he has connections in board of it to call upon some uh, elven spellcasters into the fray.
I don't know much about elven magic, but it is a forest. Maybe if some druids lying around, you can bring them as well. It's their domain.
Right. Either that or maybe either that or since they're bringing some demonic forces, maybe if there are clerics among them, I might be able to bring some. I'll have to see. Right now, I'm not in charge of the magical forces there, but I am aware they are there.
Clerics.
I'll say Trymere, you know that the forests you live in are highly magical, and the sorcerers that you have in Braudavik would be well at home in a forest. Like fighting in a forest is their terrain.
Yeah. Yep. And yeah, so Primer like basically represents this idea to try to like in a way to increase morale and ease for our own forces, knowing they got some since the hacked are bringing some extra help, we're also getting some extra help through the through the specialized spellcasters of the elves of the forest. So basically, Trymir conveys that he's gonna have to travel through Bardavet through the tree, and basically right now it's not 100% confirmed, but he will attempt to get some troops here. And yeah, so I can probably do that essentially. Fast travel to Bardavet and speak to so Star Whisper. Do you have me there?
I'm here. What?
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's no one. Okay, I guess should I mediate amongst the party? There's no one else.
Yeah, just go ahead. You get them. Not sure what the rest are saying.
Cool. So is
Think of them.
Trymere leaving while the rest of you go towards the ship? Are you going in separate directions? Are you all? It sounds like Trymere's leaving through the
If
tree.
it will take you more than a few days, then we'll make do on our own. You can. I don't think. I hope the
Yeah,
travel won't be too treacherous here. I think we can do without you.
yeah. I believe that. I believe that will be fine. Right now, you're just getting the ship back, I believe you'll make do without my spellcasting abilities.
Will you survive without us?
Yes, I'm just traveling city to city instantly.
Yeah, but you never know.
Hmm. Like, I mean, when you think about it, the path to get the ship is more treacherous than my true travel of the world tree.
Oh, actually, never mind. You will be having the others accompany you, right?
Oh, what was that?
The two others?
Oh, by other elven conventions. Yeah, yes, I believe they will. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, fine. I guess you're kind of safe.
Hmm.
So, what are we looking at? We're gonna go grab a ship? Or just secure it?
It's already secure. We'll get it back here.
Oh. Alright, sounds easy enough.
We do have to live together because traveling. I don't think Trimer is a way to open the gate, and traveling and open it a few times a day is dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, I believe like out of the character, I believe Gorm can just open it on from his side, and I can just go to the portal to board of it, and then have someone from board of it open it the tree from there tomorrow. Essentially, while you guys get the world tree. I mean your ship back.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Right?
Well,
Yeah, that seems to be. That seems to be the plan over the few days. So basically, essentially, uh, primary travel, and his other two elven companions travel to board of it. Try to get some um, elven spellcasters specialized in the force
We
to
heard
support
that part.
Braudavik. Oh, what was that? Yep.
We heard that part. We understand what you're trying to do. If you guys want to do something, you have to say, okay, I do this. Like this. You can stand here plotting all day. But yeah, as Gorm said, opening the door to two different places, if you're going at the same time, is is going to be dangerous. So if you're splitting the party, I need you to explain to me how you guys are moving. You're going the rest of the party. Are you going up separate days? Are you like just tell me what you do? Understand what
Thi-
you can do.
Okay.
I want to know what the party is doing.
I think there is a lot more that can happen. There is a lot more that can go wrong with or us than for Triver. So
Yeah.
if if we can like open the door for us and then we travel and he returns to Brodovik, it could work. If not, he can travel with us to the ship and then just rest there a day if they allow it, and use the tree from there to his village and like spend a day at the Covenant.
Okay. Right now, from what I'm thinking is that right now I'm still new to past houses. So right now, from what I'm getting, like from what I thought is that I thought that Gorm basically opens the door to the world tree, and then Timer goes in. Like Gorm stays where he's at, and Timer finds while within the world tree finds the door to board of it, and then like basically can he just go through there while Gorm stays? Is that possible? Or
And for
does
you to go
or
first, that's what you mean?
huh?
For you to go first, and then when we head there afterwards, a day later, because we cannot do it on the same day.
yeah. Basically, oh no. Basically, what I'm thinking is that basically you have the key to the door, to the world tree, and from what I thought is that I thought Trimer can just go through while you hold the door for Trimer and his other elven companions, and then while within Braudavik, and then and then and then you can close the door while you're still in Braudavik, and then Trimer can go to the door with board of it. Like, is that possible or
The
no?
the guardian already held the door. Someone else can hold the door while I open the other one for you. Unless the guardian is some
Yeah.
sort of special magic that let him do that. But I just hold open the door for you, return to Braudavik, and then travel there with the crew a day later.
Wouldn't the problem
yeah,
also be getting back? Because you
I
don't have
believe
a
the
key.
elves. Yeah, but the elves there can get him here. That's how they got
Yeah,
there in the
yeah.
first place.
yeah. The elves have their like own thing to get Trimer back to do fast travel within the world tree, just like someone like Gorm already.
So who's fast traveling first?
Oh, Trimer. Basically, what I thought is that, like as I said before, Trimer is going to board of it with him and his own companions, while you guys get the ship, which can take a few days. And I imagine the thing will go for Trimer, but take a few days, but like basically waiting for the cooldown.
First day we get Trymir to his village. Next day we travel to the ship and get it back here. We meet at Braudavik before we head to the battlefield. That's it.
Yeah, all right.
Is that what
Sounds
you're doing? Is that
That's what we're doing. We will
okay? Thank you.
today.
cool.
Trymir, you're traveling to your village. Tomorrow we rest today. Gather a crew. Tomorrow we will sail. We'll go to the Covenant. Get the ship here. Today, Trymir, you're traveling
Yes,
to your village. This is what we're doing.
yes. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, all of those plans can happen, or you can do it. All of these things, you just have to actually
Today we're doing them.
decide on one. There are
Mhm.
there are lots of you, so just don't be afraid to speak up if you have ideas. But yeah, that's what we're doing. You guys open the gate of Yggdrasil on one of the first days here after sending out those orders, and Trymere, I assume you said you were taking your companions. I assume Finway and Arya.
Yeah, obviously, like they're my escorts, so I want to make sure like I'm still alive. Well, even though the world tree is safe, you never know.
Yeah, I wasn't asking about them specifically. I just forgot their names for a second. But yeah, the three of you, make your way through the world tree, say goodbye to Braudavik, and
Don't
make your
die.
way to Bordavit. As we'll skip the world tree map, as there's not much interesting going on there, but you'll see Mimir and Ratatoska, who will be quite friendly. Now we actually go into Bordavit for the first. Hopefully, this is going to work with the shared vision. Just you probably won't see anything just yet.
Right now, it's still loading.
Yep,
There we go.
I can see
Now it's
I can see stuff. Yes.
Okay, here we go. So that tree. Uh, tell you what you see here, but give everyone a second to load.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. So as you come through here, you would see the light sort of shimmering off the snow-draped branches as you step into this ethereal sort of beauty of Bordabet. these elven towers and spires all around you, and the snow is falling here as it usually does year out. This is basically the northernmost point in Mordia, so it is cold as hell out here. But in the city, the magic sort of keeps everything a nice even temperature. But here you would see that there is a host of elven warriors and sorcerers in this town that are sort of training, and some of them you can see their bows are sitting next to them. There, you see to the right hand side of the map, that's where the archers would train. A couple of them um, are already going to be joining you for the battle, and you can see that they have been getting ready. But the sorcerers' school and the main sorcerer's school, where you might be able to find sorcerer's troops, would be on the left hand side, and that other mage is, I think, up at the top somewhere. I think she's
Yeah,
on
I
the
see
map.
them. Leary and Frostline here. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean the one that you were actually looking for, Alara. She's here somewhere. She might be in one of the buildings. Come on,
Yeah.
I'll find her in a second.
Yeah. Right now, I don't see Ilara's Star Wars token.
Yeah, no, maybe I didn't put it down. But anyway, she's probably inside one of the buildings. As yeah, you can see Lyrian Frostsong is there speaking with one of the other mages, and yeah, she's quite an elegant looking elf, but what would you like to do as you finally return home? And Finway and Oriana, I'm sure, are quite happy to be here, just breathing in the nice, cold, snowy air. It's crisp air that is, yeah, fun.
Finway still
What-
concussed.
Yeah, I believe it's gone right now. It's been a couple days.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably just some feels from it. It's,
Yeah.
also, for the rest of the party, because I know we've kind of split it and only Trimare's here, I'll let anyone, if you want to tell me what the other two elves are doing while they're home, feel free to jump in. But yeah, I'm sure we won't be here too long this time. Maybe one day we'll come back for a longer session. But what is the trio doing as they arrive in port?
Right now for Primer, we're going to. And I don't have to control my token. Oh, there we go. Right now is just going to walk to Lyrian and Alakir. So as far as I'm aware, Lyrian is kind of like in charge of like basically you mentioned she's the marshal handling the
Yeah,
forces.
she would be the commander of the battle mages.
Mhm. Yeah. Right now, Primer does see her talking with like this other mage. But yeah, he's gonna be respectful. Like, wait for their conversation to finish before Primer is addressed by Lyrian when she is done.
You'll see her kind of commenting on some of his most recent work and just saying, "Don't worry, we've all burnt our fair share of allies accidentally, but I'm sure you'll get the hang of the firebolts any day now." Ah, Trymere, you're back. I didn't expect to see you so soon. Is
Uh,
your sister with you?
uh, no, no, not at the moment.
Oh, good.
Still, things are well quite busy on our end.
You see a look of slight relief when you say that she's not with you, but she says, "If you come home early? Are you looking to do some training, or have you found something interesting? Oh, we heard you were looking for artifacts.
Yes, and although although at the moment, unfortunately, some trouble rooted in the path. Right, right now, within the city of Braudavik, appears a troublesome coven of hags have been harassing Braudavik, and and right now it seems Braudavik and its populace are preparing for a battle with the hags and their forces, and it is trouble. The hags were taunting the many residents of Braudavik, and while I was in Braudavik, they were basically sending dreams, visages of of the creatures they were summoning. I don't know exactly what they were summoning, but they were fiendish in nature. But from what I've heard so far, Braudavik has prepared to set up a battlefield within the forest to get some advantage on them. And since it takes place in the forest, I thought, hey, since these hags are bringing some some strong forces, might as well bring some good forces of our own. And essentially, that is why I'm here. Essentially, asking for some troops that may assist Braudavik in this battle against these troublesome hags. And since it is in the forest, I believe it will be advantageous to them.
So you were the ones who sent the call. Well, our ancestors stood against darkness when the world was young. We will do so again. But our strength must be tempered with purpose. Convince us, and we will fight at your side. But for the Southerners, I'm sure we will need real proof. And yeah, you see her kind of turn towards you, just squaring up as though she's demanding some proof of your resolve. If you want to try and keep convincing her, just taking the diplomatic approach, this might be a persuasion check, maybe telling a story of the the things that you've encountered along your travel so far. Could be a performance, but you know that traditionally, to prove yourself would be a sorcerer's duel. So if you want to take her on one-on-one, that is an option. Otherwise, you can try do this more diplomatically if you
Oh, okay. Wait, I can do it. Honestly, the social duel sounds kind of epic, to be honest. But let's see that. Come on. So Timer would say, "I accept the resolve of the structure still." Essentially, that's how formal he would be about it.
like. I am glad you respect the tradition. And she turns to the mage standing next to her and she says, "Watch closely. I'm sure this will be quite the educational bout. Uh, Try me, if you would." And she gestures out here to the courtyard where you now see a couple of the students of the sorcerer's school and a couple of the other elves murmuring as they make their way around, hearing that this duel is about to take place between the two of you. Will make
Okay.
their way over here.
Finway will run and get some elven wine. It's been a while, and then go watch the duel or whatever they drink here. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's a cheese and wine kind of culture, but I think
Yeah,
Finway is definitely finding the, the good stuff. He's got his own special taste. Is Ariana doing anything? Do you guys think, as she's found her way home? And I will say, is nobility here? I'm not sure if we've talked that up much, but she
No,
can
you
go
did
anywhere.
mention that.
What?
Yeah, yeah. Ariana is basically, I believe she is the daughter of. Let me look up. Ariana.
Oh my
She's
goodness, there's
essentially
so
a
many like
princess.
you heinous jokes we could have made here.
Yeah, that's why she didn't tell people. She's
Oh yeah.
she has
Oh yeah.
tried to keep that under wraps, but being back here, you would see people like greeting her as Your Highness, and like she's
Yeah.
kind of annoyed
Oh,
by
I
it.
wish I would have went along with that. That would have been so
Uh,
funny to mock when we come back to the regular plane.
yeah. Yeah. So, yep. Okay. Yeah, I found it. So her, Ariana's full name is like Ariana Moonshadow, and the leader of the settlement of Bordovet is Elder Risa Moonshadow. The wise and enigmatic leader who holds the secret of Bordovet's magical nature and protects the settlement's mystique. So she's related to the leader here in
Yeah,
Bordovet.
that chick.
You can see the elder is watching from the top balcony here of one of the tallest spires, but uh, you would see her watching from above as the two of you take place for a duel.
Right.
And the rest of you can feel free to jump in if you've got an idea for Ariana, but try me, you can roll initiative.
Oh, okay. Right now, I don't see like the basically the combat. Oh wait, oh yeah, we essentially haven't. No one
It
has
was a
rolled initiative yet,
one-on-one.
so we don't see. Yeah, so we don't see the combat. Okay, all right, initiative roll.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay, and not average.
okay. Yeah, but I mean, this is a one-on-one, so Trymere, you're going to be up first. You would know that this is not like a duel to the death, so I'm just saying you might want to break out your disintegrate, which I'm sure you don't have yet. But
I don't know.
yeah, just to bear that in mind, this is like more of a noble duel, so take take that as you will. But it is going to be your turn up first, and you can see her in a ready position, just raising her hands. Uh, no weaponry, but she definitely uses the amulet around her neck as a focus, as
Uh,
she is ready.
uh,
What are you gonna do?
DM, quick
Okay.
question: did you play Assassin's Creed Odyssey
Yeah,
when the two Spartan kings like fight each other and then discuss? That's what how I'm imagining this supposed to go. Like they're talking to each other and but still like dueling as they talk.
yeah, it, yeah. Like 90% of the conversations that I had in anime was mid-fight. Yeah, it is absolutely one of those moments. Yeah, as you can see the snow drifting and the just the petals of these trees almost having that moment like just before samurai clash their blades. It's just the air is still and the crowd is just waiting to see who's going to make the first move.
All right. So for timer is gonna walk a bit forward, 15, 15, 20 feet there, and and you see Trimer and right now just like the map, it's like kind of like snowing around in within Bordovet, correct?
Yeah,
Okay. So I imagine Trimer like he claps his hands together, and then he, with the snow, he gathers like the cold energy of the snow around, like manipulating it into his grasp and palms of his hand as he attempts to cast a spell, uh, like Ryan's binding ice. So she must make a con saving throw. Ooh.
oh. Yeah, so she's like expecting a cantrip as you're kind of lifting this,
It
and then
really
you
is.
just blast out
I
as she
mean,
just gets completely like blasted by this ice. You can see immediately this look of surprise, like the last time you guys sparred, you were not this powerful, and yeah, is bound in frost for the moment.
Yes, so she cannot move, but yeah, she's feeling this freezing cold energy that Trimer just conjured up into. Yep, and that is Trimer's turn. Right now, her movement speed is 0, as
Yeah,
she's like
yeah,
encased in this ice.
very nice. Okay, yeah. So as she is like frozen to the spot there, um, and you see her kind of covered in this ice, you're gonna see her now just pushing both of her hands forward, and the ice that is coating her is going to start to move and coalesce like into her hands as well as uh oh, there we go. Yeah, she is going to gather it into her hands, and you'll see this light beginning to grow as she blasts it towards you in a beam of it, or a beam of ice.
Oh, I see. Dex save. Ooh, 15.
Ooh, and he makes it so you take half damage. Oh man, abysmal damage. What the hell? Of one. Okay. Uh, so let me just. Oh,
It's about
okay.
making a statement.
It's not showing. So yeah, she tries to kind of freeze you as well here as she blasts this 5 foot wide um, line of like a blue light that tries to freeze the ground. On a success, oh yeah, so your speed isn't reduced at all as you are able to get out of the way, and you are just kind of clipped by this ice. But that is then going to be that's her action, and then her bonus action, she is going to um, she's going to cast a cantrip. She's going to wrench the rest of the ice free as she forms it into a spear in her hand and creates a spear out of ice.
Ooh, ooh.
And then it goes back to your turn as she kind of you can see the ice that is around her. She's managed to mostly uh, dissipate here. I think that someone has to actually break her out of it, right? Mechanically.
Yeah, or she can use her own action to break herself out of it.
Okay, I'm gonna say because she was using the ice here, I'm gonna give her an Arcana check to see if she's able to use those spells to break through, because that's something I
Okay.
would allow.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, with a
Oh,
2 on the dice, no, she's still rooted to the spot, but she's got a spear made of ice in her hand now. She's trying to use it against you. What are you going
okay. Trimer noticing that she's using the ice that Trimer conjured and focused at her point. And he's gonna do like some witty banter, saying, "Ah, it looks like like you're shivering, shivering, Lirin. Let me warm you up." As he casts a great bonfire, like beneath her.
Okay, nice.
Oh, like a
What is the check again? No check.
oh, it's a deck save,
Oh,
DC 16.
ooh, she fails. As yeah, that ice just melts around her, but she's engulfed in flame. Is that your turn?
Yes, that's Trevor's turn.
Okay. Yeah, with a bonfire underneath her, that's obviously going to melt the ice. So, yeah, as she gets set on fire here, just double check if this is full action. Okay. Yeah, so she is going to use a bonus action here to Misty, and which I suppose she probably could have done on the last round anyway.
Yep.
But she's going to reappear behind you, and then she is going to kind of stab down at you with the spear. But as the spear kind of hits you, you're going to see it, the end of it kind of explode and just try to freeze you. So instead of actually stabbing you, she's just expanding the ice as it hits you with rigid grasp. At 18, misses you with the 20 as, yeah, I mean, what does it look like as she misses and we go back to you?
Ooh, I'd like I'd like to imagine as Timer knows Misty Step, and he knows how it, like, noticing the spear in her hand, he easily predicts what she's gonna do. I can imagine that, like, with the miss, how she missed is that Timer actually uses a miss of his own, just as that's how it looks when her spear misses, where Trimer uses a misty step of his own and teleports himself, and essentially teleporting, I imagine, to the side right here.
Just looks like when D&D, I mean, when Dragon Ball Z characters are like trying to punch each other and just vanishing. That if you've ever played those games, it's just the vanish battle
Yeah,
more
Budokai
than
is
anything.
hilarious.
But yeah, she stabs through that mist as you appear, and it's your bonus. What are you going to try and do with the action? As she
Yep.
has like her back to you, doesn't seem to have noticed where you reappear.
Yep. Like, just the like in a way, just to play around and intimidate. He's gonna cast gust. Yeah, just simple gust. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so that, like, pushes her 5 feet away. So like, in a way, a bit an intimidator. Somewhat, like, in a way, Trimer is being like a bit of a performance show off here, saying, "Oh nope, oh you missed, nope, I'm right behind you." as he like casted gust behind her, as she feels the strong gust of wind push her against the wall of the stairway here.
I will say, make a performance check for me here, just for the flashiness of it. As yeah, you kind of blast her back into the wall with that gust of.
Okay, okay.
But
If I roll
yeah,
low,
with
yeah, I'm gonna use magic card.
Finway will say, "Yeah, go try
Oh,
beer," and then look
oh
at
no,
Levin, and he
19.
probably scared of her a bit. So he'll say, "Yeah, and go Levin as well."
yeah, so that'll give Crimea advantage on this check. You've got some your allies are cheering you on from the sidelines.
Alright.
Oh,
In the
okay, you want
safe
me to roll
space.
again?
Yeah, roll one more time.
Okay. Oh no, that's bad. Bad. So 19.
Okay, it's the 19. Uh, yeah, did you want to use a magical guidance on that?
No. Uh, no. 19 is good enough.
Okay, so yeah, as you knock her back into the wall, and we kind of go to her turn, you will see her like she just gets smashed against the wall and slides down. As you see, she's kind of half of her body is like her dress is kind of singed on one side, and her face has got some like frost still hanging off of it on the other. And she just lifts her hand. She goes, "All right, I yield. You've certainly improved, Tramina. I see your travels have not been wasted." And the school, or like all of the sorcerers, you'll see them just beginning to applaud as they all start murmuring, and you can see you've gained some new fans amongst the younger sorcerers.
Yeah, try me. Woo.
Not only have you gained some fans, you have gained a unit of your own sorcerers that now, having proven yourself against their leader without even taking damage. This is just
I took
the
4
last time.
damage, but still.
Yeah, I mean, you took a little scratch. It's like the last time you were here, I imagine that you wouldn't have been quite as powerful as you are now, and this is really, you've really shown off that you are someone worth following here. It's, she approaches you and gives you a, just a little bow of respect. Says, "My mages will be at your side in the coming battle. Give me a day or so to gather our things and make sure everyone's ready, and we will begin our march."
Of course. Yep. And I can imagine Trevor like he waits and I can imagine he waits and sticks around within bored of it, waiting for uh, the troops to be ready.
Okay. Yeah, you spend the night here in Braudavik, and as Ariana and Finway could take some much needed time at home. And uh, yeah, what is trying to do before we go to the others? How would he spend his first night back at home before heading back to Braudavik and towards a battle?
Oh yeah. I can I I can imagine right now Trevor is he's still on edge thinking about what he's learned from the Giants' perspective on Lorifax, and I can imagine he just takes some time walking around, like taking in the air of Bordevet, while at the same time, like remembering the last time she saw Lorifax. Since like a couple sessions ago, when I made like a history check on Lorifax, I rolled the nat 20, and you mentioned that I actually met Lorifax before, actually in person, or saw her at least.
Yeah, there would definitely be things there. I don't think you'd get any additional information here, but um, yeah, you'd definitely go to some of the places where there is evidence of Lorifax all over the place. It's a very famous for having been the first elf. So most of the things that you would find refer to that story. That I don't know if I actually revealed to you in the journal, but if you want to go over it again, is there Freya and the first elf?
Oh yeah, you did share the story of it.
You would find those stories written around, but yeah, for now, not much new information. Maybe when you have some time to actually come back and study some things, you would be able to.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
for now,
just
we are going.
yeah, just taking in of like what he learned and just reminiscing on lore facts of what he learned, like both from how what he grew up with, the stories he grew up with, and seeing like the somewhat revelation of what the Giants' perspective on what they saw. He's like just processing it, like taking walks through board of it and whatnot.
And with that, we move over to days later, or maybe a day or so later, while Trymere is away in Braudavik, the rest of you have made your way back to the mountains and hiked your way down the mountains towards the Sentinels' Covenant. And where we are rejoining you now would be just as you are kind of getting back into where the Sentinels' Covenant is and where your ship is parked. So you would see there are still some soldiers kind of hidden around, but a lot of the forces that were here before seem to have moved on. The fighting has gotten more intense, but you guys are able to easily make your way down back towards the. So I'll put you down there. That is where we rejoining you now.
Okay.
What do you guys do as you make your way through the forest? You see there's still some leadership from the Sentinels Covenant, but your ship is docked on the shore. Doesn't look like it's been stolen.
I'll greet whoever is greeting us, if anyone is, and tell them that we're here to sail back with the ship and get ready for our battle.
We weren't sure you were going to make it back. Well, glad you survived. You weren't
we're
there
not
when the
sure
mountain
either.
exploded, were you?
We were there.
Oh, that must be a hell of a story. Well, you're welcome to share our fire tonight, but I'm sure you want to get back to all that gold. Don't worry, we kept it safe for you.
Didn't have a reason to believe you would lie to us.
We didn't think you were coming back. Some people were getting tempted, but
Understandable. But yeah, there are less people here. Is the fighting not going well?
it's uh, it's going. We've just had to move a lot of the troops a little closer. If you would be willing to assist us, we could use a few extra hands. But for now, things are calm enough.
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to get to Frostovik yet. We get there probably in like at least 2 weeks from now. We are we're at the mountain and it kind of took most of our time.
If you are coming past again, hopefully we will have better news for
I hope so too.
you. Yeah, they would. Uh, I'm sure there would be a few conversations as you guys are there about the different battles that you're both sort of heading into. But would you spend the night with the Sentinels Covenant, or are you kind of trying to get a move on as fast as possible?
I would like to get a move on, but what are the rest doing? Assuming they all travel with me, as far as I understood.
And it's then he discovers he's the only one that travels.
Just looks over, like, ghosts? What? No, yeah, I mean,
With him is a volleyball with a face paint on it.
Jimmy Carrey looking at. No, yeah, traveling back sounds good.
Are your characters doing anything? Yeah, in the forest as I mean, yeah, as as far as I understand it, everyone but Trymere is here. So you guys get back to your ship. It doesn't seem damaged at first glance, but it is beached.
Yeah, what a
Oh,
neat
no.
ship.
You're gonna need to push it in. With the crew all together, we can do it. Yeah, then we sail. Should get back in a few days. Watch out for sea serpents, though.
Hey, oh, what is go?
Alright, well, I
How,
guess.
how did you even get here? Also a ship?
What?
Hilda, how did you get here? Like, I'm asking in character.
What do you mean?
No, like,
Did you just never
in
look behind?
general, how did you get here? You sailed here? Like, when we first met? Not right now, I know you
Oh.
travel with me.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I thought you had like, well, I mean, I don't know, you hit your head or something. Yeah, that's true. Let's see, by ship. Yeah, I just kind of sailed across here. From the east, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, from the east. Yep. Mm-hmm. Well, then again, I had a lot of crew with me that time, but, well, one thing led to another, and, yeah. But I mean, I'm sure that's not going to happen here. Right?
If you guys are sailing back, we can. Um, I'll ask for a group survival check for the few days that it's going to take you to sail back. It'll be
Nameless.
4 days to get back, I think.
So
Oh,
for
Yeah, you'll
survival
be back
checks,
on the 4th. So yeah, survival check from each of you, and that'll be for each of one of the days.
Oof.
Is it working?
Oh,
Mm, dang, that's not on that. Okay.
Man, these seas are rough.
you can fly your own guidance, I get it. Right?
I could. I shan't.
Okay.
Okay. I'm actually on
Uh,
Thursday. Sorry, go ahead, Theo.
Yeah, so on the first day, it's not great sailing. It does take a while to push the ship back into the sea and launch without the help of a giant this time. But you are experienced enough that it isn't too much trouble. As as you go on to the second day, you actually the 21, you pass that fishing spot again, and you will end the day at the Skakatoka Harbor. So if you guys want to play a little fishing mini game again, and you might be able to sell whatever you catch in Skakatoka and make a bit of coin. But you've
Oh
also got
yeah.
all of that money with you, so if you guys want to spend some time in Skakatoka with that 21, you've got time in the day to do some things. The winds are with.
we do have our individual money, not including the 10,000. You can see what they have to offer, how they're faring. It has been like 2 weeks since we've been there. See how they're doing. Not
What?
getting too much into RP. Why are you yelling?
What? Right, I should have just has his ears completely covered up. Are we safe?
Yeah, I'll nod since he's constantly not listening to what I'm saying and covering his ears.
I'm glad I protected. Oh, okay.
We'll head to Skagatalker, see if they have anything to trade interesting. We do have some of our own gold to spend, not including the what we have in the ship for the village. We have some time for it. Should get back. Should can still be fine and head back. We have a few days. It's like, not far. We're in their harbor at the moment.
Yeah, I'm just well, it doesn't seem that familiar. I'm sure I
Well,
recall
you're
if I've been here or not. Nah, probably not. I think I'm just mixing up harbors.
In characters so far, like in the campaign, you haven't been here. If you've been here on your way west, it is possible. You might have stopped through.
Oh yeah, that is a possibility. I'm just going to say he doesn't recall being here at the very least.
Fair enough. I'm just trying to find the market.
Oh, for fuck's sake. By the way, I just realized another reason why I was wearing my fucking ear is because one of the, like, one of the things that happened whenever I hit 0 hit points was that I lost hearing in one ear.
Oh yeah, you've gone permanently deaf in one ear.
I forgot
Wasn't
about
like-
that part.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. So as you guys are there, you would see that the market is bustling. It looks like Skakutak is actually doing quite well, and there are far fewer people just kind of that look like drug addicts sitting on the street corners. It looks like there are still a few, but it looks like Skakutak is healing from its dragon blood addiction slowly but surely. So they will definitely not until the hags are finally dealt with. But it seems having their Jarl off the stuff is going well.
Good to see.
Are there any particular shops that you would be heading towards? As they've got quite the market here. They've got the Clifftop market, or there's just the dockside, the stuff that you would find. Um,
Hey.
Isn't there anything specific? Let's see.
yeah, I mean, there's a tavern there that sells alcohol and things like that. There's um, bookshops. There's furniture shops. There's fashion, jewelry, little trinkets, leatherworking,
Definitely
armor
wants to
and
go to a bookshop.
potions, and songs and instruments and thieving supplies, tools and weapons. What do you look?
Isn't shelter to a bookshop?
Shelter. You head to a bookshop where you just see shelves upon shelves of tomes that line the walls of an old wooden scriptorium, and in the center of it all sits an improbably calm half orc. They trollkin, actually, not half orc. They look similar to the trollkin that you guys have fought before, but this one is wearing a strange looking headband and a pair of glasses. You see,
Yeah.
as
Does the headband seem
your-
familiar?
yes, I think so. You may be wearing a similar one. Someone might be, but Yeah, as the door kind of creaks open, you see him adjust his glasses and just look at you with a weary smile as you approach. You immediately recognize, I think, do you have one of those headbands? Sorry, I can't remember.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, they match.
This is great. I'm about to pull up and give him like this really, yeah, with the screen. Just like, yes, fellow headband wearer.
Ah, fellow intellectual, but it is
Yes, quite.
good to meet you. What can I interest you in today? We have guidebooks for monsters, calligrapher's supplies, novels. I have an atlas of the known world if you're interested.
Well, I was going to be asking for fairy tale books, but or well, children's stories. But now that you mention it, a monster book would probably be kind of useful. Anything on hags in particular? Ooh, or dragons.
Hags and dragons. Why would you be interested in such a thing?
Well, well, I mean, I'm also going to pick around some children's stories books, some fairy tale books. Usually hags and dragons appear in those, and I want to give the kids accurate tips on what they should do if they were to encounter a dragon or a hag. By the way, I'm lying my ass off right now.
Very wise. I myself have actually encountered both. Thankfully, thanks to the fine folk of Braudavik, I am no longer under their influence. I would be happy to provide you with some of these. In fact, I will even give you a discounted price. I want the children to be prepared, you know. Here we go. We have one on uh, hags. This one is actually will probably help you with the covens in the local area. This one, I believe, is on the Green Dragon, the very same that I saw back when my
Oh.
mind was lesser. And you would see he's got two guidebooks that are usually, you'll see they are priced at 125 gold each, but he's giving them to you for half price, so 125 for both.
Ah. Let me check if I even have that gold on me.
So mechanically speaking,
Oh, nope.
it does, it actually is a use for these. Just reading,
Right, just smallish. I don't think that I have the gold for that.
might be able to haggle. Ask fellow party members.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay,
so
that's
if you get a guidebook like this, you might be able to find some hints that would give you like advantage on attack rolls for a round, or depends
Oh.
on what's in the guidebook. But this trollkin seems to know the hags personally, so has given you a very accurate book.
That sounds great. And then I just need a few entertainment books, some fairy ones. Uh, well, will you fetch some interesting ones? I'll just go grab the gold, yeah?
Yes, in fact, fairy tales about hags are quite common. Let me see what I can find. And he'll shuffle into a back room where he starts looking through some old rune sticks and tomes.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna run back, try to find something, because I think all that I have right now is the hooded glowworm lantern, and I think I want to keep that one.
Yeah, and you
God!
want to
Oh, yeah. Dang, it's not here. Right?
You like
Make
Gorma?
it!
Oh, Gorma just didn't. Who the fuck are you yelling to?
Oh no, yeah, my father might have bit my tongue.
Well, has anyone joined Hilton in the bookshop there?
Yeah, I would look maybe far-fetched. I believe Sagatoka is known for trade. What are the chances I can find someone maybe selling blueprints, like ship upgrades or improvements of any sort, that are not necessarily known to me? Maybe just something different than usual.
You might be able to find something in there. You might be able to find, yeah, more like treasure maps actually, not so much blueprints. But there is a place that there is a shipyard here. They may be able to give you upgrades.
They're probably not cheap. So
Yeah.
I assume making those upgrades myself will be a bit cheaper than having someone else do it. Or at least it will cost normal price instead of paying someone for the materials and his time. But maybe they have something I'm not aware of. If not, if there are treasure maps, I'll probably add to the bookstore if it's there. I might not be a pirate, but we have a ship. Might not be that bad of an idea. Even if they're
Yeah,
not
sorry, I'm
100% real.
also just trying to find. There's a lot of
Yeah, that's fine.
things. So
What the rest doing?
Think I would be looking for books about swords that feeds on blood.
Very specific.
okay, you guys that are looking around, you can make investigation checks if you're looking for something specific like that. You as well, Gorm. If you're looking in that bookshop, you may be able to actually find the blueprints and stuff there.
Yeah, look. Oh,
So
not
close.
good.
Yeah, it's on that 20, but it went to an 8.
It do be like that.
Yeah, you would see that there is a. You would find a blueprint for a figurehead that can be magically treated, and it is a design that looks like a storm giant that you would be able to put on the front of the ship, and it'll. But you have no idea what it would do. It just looks decorative, and it is priced at 1,000 gold.
Yeah, I think we can
Just
enchant our own figurehead. So
yeah,
I will
that's
pass.
just the blueprint. Just the blueprint to make this thing is 1,000 gold, not
Yeah,
the actual item.
so I will pass.
Camilla, you do find
Sure.
sorry.
Fine.
Gorm, you would also find a treasure map. You would see it as
Yay.
there's a treasure map that is it costs 1 silver piece.
Like to does it look like anything that like that could exist here? Like if I trace it, like if I look at an actual map, does it like make sense? Even if the treasure is not real, like does it look somewhat plausible that it's real?
It seems vague. I'll say that you can make an investigation check. There are accurate maps of the area that he definitely has a few of. But this is just like a looks like a pirate map, like X marks the spot, and they've drawn some local area around.
Yeah, I'll
But-
roll. That's 15. It's better.
Yeah, it looks like it could be anywhere. Like it looks like you probably need some more information. There are some landmarks. If you were able to find those landmarks, you'd probably be able to find this. But with the 15, it's like this really this could be anywhere in the world. But there's like some palm trees, a little rock, and then an X, and you great.
For one
And you
silver
would have
piece,
found it in like
I'll humor him and I'll pay the silver piece.
then you will get a treasure map. I will add it to your character sheet in a sec. But then, Camilla, you find okay, so yeah, you would find a book that is it is also like a guidebook, but you would be able to use this. This is like the history of vampirism in Mordia, and it would have a couple of depictions of different weapons that were used in the past, uh, and a couple of things called blood drinkers. You'd see that the main feature of this book, it looks like a scythe, um, and it is it's called a bone scythe, something I can't remember now, but it is attributed to someone called Levier, who seems to have been the creator of a lot of these weapons. If you would be able to research this further, it is also 125 gold for one of those books.
That sounds sick.
That sounds worth the price.
So you're going to buy a guidebook to vampires, basically.
Of course I will.
You can remove the coin. I will try and put that in your.
Money well spent.
So that should be on your sheet, and then we got a treasure map.
Yeah.
Actually, you made a investigation check, eh?
I did.
Well, now that you've purchased the map, Gorm, do you want to take another look at it and give me one more investigation?
Sure. 16.
Okay, yeah, this may have been drawn by a child. This is a fake treasure.
Oh, maybe the child is seeing something. I don't know.
Maybe,
Optimistic, I like
could
it.
be. But yeah, you look at it with your other eye. Well,
Yeah,
the
the
eye you have
non-existing
left.
one.
Like, nah, no, this is bullshit. But who knows? Maybe will coincidentally lead you to something one day. Is yeah, at this point, as the trollkin
Very
is
good.
happily taking your money, what is Hilter buying something there? Or as you see,
Well-
your friends seem to be flush.
Yeah, I'll need to walk up to one of them and ask for gold because I think I have like 15 or 20 gold or something. Hey. Come, you wouldn't happen to have a little extra gold I could borrow?
Who is he approaching? Me and Carmilla are there.
Oh, he's approaching Wall because he thinks Carmilla will eat him.
Really reflects in the other campaign.
Yeah, that's fair. So, would you happen to have any extra little gold? I promise this for a good reason. Well,
What is a
kind of
little
good.
extra?
You know, about like 250.
Okay.
Well,
I'll
well
hand in
before
the
you say
gold.
no, it's for the. Wait, why did you say yeah?
Yeah. I have some extra gold, you can say.
Oh. Okay, lovely. And I guess I'm gonna start like bringing him over to the shopkeep. I feel like a kid who just ran and got their parents
Yes,
like here.
exactly.
This'll pay.
I
Yes.
see you found your wallet. Hello, sir.
Yeah, the map and for the box.
Wonderful. Hags, dragons, and vampires. You certainly lead exciting lifestyles. Or
Wait,
you
what?
just,
Vampires?
Don't look at
okay,
me.
so your friend there, honestly, she kind of looks like she could be in that book.
Maybe she's trying to get a family reunion. Who knows?
Yes, that will be 125 golds and 1 silver piece for the map.
I'll give him the gold. I'll just remove it from myself.
Okay, then. We'll add those to your sheet.
Hey, great. Now we can even do some things about the, you know, hag problem.
Oh, we're already doing something about the Hague problem.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, this can help a little bit more.
Hope.
Wait, where's McGill?
I'm here.
Yeah, no, he's just like in character. He's just looking around because all of us are here and it's not. So
You
I'll
look
back to
down.
the ship and see if he is.
He'll probably be at the blacksmith. But maybe I'm wrong.
Blacksmith? Oh.
Is Mikkel
Totally.
buying any books or? Does he
No,
want to-
Mikkel is saving his money for now.
Okay. So you guys spend some time in the bookshop. You get some guidebooks, and you've still got the harbor here. A little bit of time in the day. Are you visiting any other shops, or are you making your way back towards Brighton?
I'm good.
Yeah, I can't really think of something I need at the moment.
Me neither.
Okay. Back to Braudavik then.
Yeah.
Get the- yeah, the following day, I think I'm out of this one.
I'll check.
No, we got the check. I think this was the bad day.
Oh.
Yeah.
As you guys set sail the following day, it is going to be rough seas, as you will see that there is a storm brewing and you are getting thrown around. Thankfully, because of Gorm's connection with Aegir, the seas around your ship actually managed to calm somewhat, but you would see that it is kicking up uh, a lot of the local sea life, and you would see that some of the sea serpents around here are like just thrashing in the sea. You're going to have to avoid them. You've basically got like an obstacle course ahead of you in the sea. So this is going to require some navigation checks and some athletics checks. So whoever's like commanding the ship, I'm going to need some navigation checks with the actual ship itself, or just with your tools. And then for everyone else, you're going to need to row. So athletics checks from everyone.
Yeah, I'll yell to Carmilla. We will row. You tell us where to go. And asking her to navigate.
It's time to navigate. I will find the closest navy base.
What?
Navigation, that is survival, as I recall.
Well, the tools if you have them, but yeah. And we make athletics, I believe.
Oh, relax. I'm
Hey.
just see. That's good.
Oh. Oh, we know where to go. Probably.
We could
But
go there.
depends if can you row. Row, river, the stream.
Ooh, really. I don't know if we
Actually,
can.
Primate, you can roll one as well because I assume
no.
you guys.
No, I'm not there.
No, I know. I'm saying for the crew because the rest of you would have brought. You can't row that whole ship, just you guys. So you would have
You
had
wanna
to.
bet?
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah, fair.
Good luck.
So, what do you want me to roll?
So you can just roll a 1d20 plus 6 for an athletics check for any crew they brought with them. I know you've got a bit of a skeleton crew right now, but you've got lots of
Okay.
troops.
Hey, 25.
Braudavik.
Okay, nice. So
There's the people.
then just Mikkel and Hilde athletics
Yep.
checks.
Alright,
That's
let's
what
see
I'm
me
looking at.
fail this.
I mean, I might as well go and give. I might as well go and give like a bark inspiration, right?
Yeah,
Would that be fair to do?
yeah, absolutely.
All right, yeah. Then I'm
Well,
just gonna
not
start
really.
singing "Row, row, row your boat" to everybody.
And
Yeah,
ironically, sea shanties actually help help people row in unison.
Yeah, because
I
yeah,
was about to
it's the
say
time thing.
the rhythm of it. That's literally what that song was made for. So
Yeah, so we can have like 2d6 or like a d6 to everyone else. I can't do it on my own.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't inspire
No one
yourself.
else
You
can.
have to inspire other people.
Yeah. Which is
1d6.
ridiculous.
1d6 was it? Alright.
Yes.
Hopefully
So
that's.
you applied for everyone else,
Right.
Hjalte?
I mean, yeah. Yeah,
No,
Richard
just
wants
making
to
sure if I
wants
need to roll as
yeah.
well.
yeah, so you can spend a second bardic inspiration to do it for both of them as you.
I'm gonna do this. I think I forgot to do that. So.
Oh,
20 for
damn.
me as well.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
okay,
yeah.
nice.
Damn, the rolls
Yeah.
are somewhat consistent.
So you guys actually do row your boat and realize that going gently up the stream is going to take you into the reclamation marsh where Torg is about to start marching back. And as you get close to the shoreline, actually the calmer waters and the forest that is able to help you, you guys are able to get into the river mouth and just a little ways up the river where you can camp for the night and wait out the storm. And everyone has successfully gotten there without losing any of your loot or
Yeah.
capsizing your ship.
Yeah.
We're built different.
And then following day, you guys will be able to sail back into Braudavik and yeah, I think it was a 14 on this day, so you guys get there in the sort of later evening,
Mhm.
but you will sail into Braudavik before the sun.
And I
Let's
wonder,
try-
by the time they arrive, is the Elven Mage troops there?
Yeah, I'm going to move us
Already.
to that map, but Trimir's probably been back there with them for a couple of days already. Not
Right.
that many, but
Yeah, probably
but
like
you
around
guys
1 to
get
2
to
days.
stay.
Did I try reading the hag, like, hunting manual or book?
Yes,
Oh yeah, like on the way.
you can.
Yeah, trying to figure out if there's like something we have to gather beforehand or keep an eye out or something like that.
Our forces.
Let me just
So,
find
yeah.
this map. That it's already mapped up on that one. Yeah, sorry, I'll find the information in there for you now, but you would be able to read through it when you are back in Broward. And when you guys do arrive, you would see that Magnus and his crew are back as well, along with Lady Kira and other elves. Just going to put them down here and then tell you what's in that book. But actually, you can give me a investigation or a history check as you're looking through that book.
All right. In that case, we're definitely doing history actually. Oh, it's 13.
Mikkel is gonna flash of genius that, like, pointing out, like, hey, what about this part of the map? Adding a +5.
Oh yeah, 18.
Alright, sweet. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Thank you. It's just a little clippy pops up and just, hey, you missed this.
Yeah, I mean, at this point at the longhouse, you guys are probably sitting around at the same table when you're pulling out this. So it makes sense that you talking over it together, and yeah, with Mikkel's help, you do learn a couple of things. What you were looking at before is just basic things about hags, like the fact that it's usually there's three of them and they form a coven. But with this book that you have, you are able to figure out what their names are, which I'm not sure if you knew that before. But you know that uh, there are three of them, and one of them in particular is far more powerful than the other two. The other two, you faced one of them, and pardon the pun, because it took Mikhail's face. That was Drachna Bloodtooth. There is another one, Greya Thorn Sorrow. Yeah, that's the one that was kidnapping Leonin that you first learned about. But there is one more. Her name is Vethra Ironjaw, and she is a legendary hag. Like, she has been around longer than the other two. Is probably the like head of this coven, and has you can see on the pages that describe her, there are all kinds of scrawlings that if anyone speaks Infernal, you may be able to understand some of these runes. Do either of you, Mikkel or Hilter, speak Infernal?
Yep.
Good, because I don't.
Yeah, God Infernal.
Okay. Yeah, Mikkel would point out these things are probably more interesting, and you can actually read Hilter that in Infernal there are things here that seem to link to contracts with fiends. There is a good chance that what Vethra is planning is to summon an army of devils. When you think back on that dream that you had, you're pretty sure that the creatures that were summoned, if they were summoned by this hag, are going to be incredibly dangerous. These are creatures of legend that come from a time before the world you are on, from the hells that the gods escaped from. And yeah, that is going to be a creature you do not want to go up against one on one under any circumstances.
Yeah, no.
Vethra Ironjaw. It's basically, I'm trying to give you. Essentially, you're looking at the profile of Baba Yaga.
Yeah. I figured it's a ridiculously powerful one. Let's see here. I'm not entirely sure how to relay
Obviously,
this
not
to the rest of the
exactly.
party.
But yeah, if you know anything about Baba Yaga, that's the vibe.
Yeah.
Don't kill the dog.
So there's Vetra Ironclaw, Ezrava Shadowclaw, and who's the third one?
No, Israva is the Leonin that you guys saw in Skakatoka. She's not one of the hags. There's
Okay.
Drekna Bloodtooth. She was in the swamp, and Greya Thorn Sorrow. I'll post their names in the chat.
Okay, Greya
There
Thorn.
we go.
Sorry. Okay, gotcha.
Well, upon learning the information, Hilda would probably want to huddle up with the crew that we have here and make sure that the rest, like everyone else, doesn't hear how absolutely screwed we may be.
To fight a dragon by one find devils.
Okay, well, no. So, devils are one thing. That's bad. Very, very, very bad.
Yeah, ancient dragon. Yeah, it's fine.
No, dragons are also bad. Dragons are
Just
also
the
bad.
death day.
But this might be really, really, really tricky. See, now dragons you can prepare for. You can see them coming down. You'll definitely notice them coming down. And you'll have like at least a split second to react or something, or like a few seconds. If you get caught lacking by one of these, or well, this freaking hag in particular, she might just turn you into a frog. And end of story.
Don't get caught lagging.
Well, no, yes, of course, but there's no telling. But matter of fact, I'm not even sure if we'll be fighting on a even battlefield.
Rarely fight on even battlefield as it is.
No, yeah, but I mean, what if we go there and we think that we're fighting in like a forest or something, and then all of a sudden it's a swamp? What if it's well? What if it just turns into something else?
Then it turns into something else.
Whatever the case may be, I have a score to settle and a face to get back.
And we don't have much of a choice. It's if we lose this, we lose Braudavik, so we fight or we die. It's not your fight, so it's understandable if you are hesitant. But we have no other home. Me, Carmilla, and Mikil.
Exactly.
Hmm,
Think
Guys
of the
would
loot if you
see
kill
a
them.
couple of new elves
that's
walking
true.
around the town. Sorry. Carrying.
I just said think of the loot we'll find if we kill them. Of course, we
That's
have to get some to Braudavik
also
so they
fairly
survive.
true.
But
Well, then again, I think it might just be for the better that we get rid of them as soon as possible.
I don't think anyone is planning on dilly-dallying or
No, but I think
dealing with them, having any dealings.
think this one. Wait, was it Vertra or wait, which one was? Is it Vertra? Who's the crazy like extra dangerous one, or was it Greg?
It's
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 great.
the Thorn Sorrow, the eldest and
No,
most cunning
Yeah.
hag.
No, she's just the oldest. The Vetra is the one that is like
Yeah,
seems to be
she's
the
the big
most
bad.
powerful. She's the one that can.
Oh, okay.
The nightmarish fiends. It is suggesting devils, which in this world, like devils would be only really powerful mages are summoning actual devils. Like there are dark creatures that you might be able to summon from like Hell, the goddess, but what this thing is summoning is like summoning shit from Avernus, which is not part of this realm. Like
Yeah,
this is these are
yeah,
ancient devils that have been.
it's not like a typical like, oh, there's a cute little imp or something. Like, no, this a real ass demon.
There might be an imp here or there. If it's an army.
Just a Balrog.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So that one in particular.
Ironically,
Screw it.
oh,
Or screw her.
yeah. Ironically, when you someone was mentioning Valrog, ironically in another group we just recently escaped Valrog encounter. It wasn't to fight the Valrog; we had to escape the Valrog.
Speaking of, actually, try me
Yeah.
with all your research into Lorifax. Do you want to give me a history check as well as you met up with the group and I assume might be telling
Yeah.
them about the squad that you've organized, but you would see these books that they're looking through as well. Hear this conversation.
Okay, so history check. All right. Let's see. Rolling. I'm gonna use magical guidance to see if I get a better roll. History check. Roll. There you go. 18.
You see, there are images in this book of devils that it just looks like random fiends, like these monstrous creatures with bat-like wings, and but you would see that some of them have got masks on their face that look exactly like the masks you were looking at in Braudavik the other day. It's like these devils seem to be wearing masks of Lorifax, and that seems like these are the drawings of ancient creatures. But you saw giants wearing those masks. You've seen like all these creatures, and now devils as well.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Tyler is very puzzled by this. Like, what's with these masks? What's so significant about them? Like, he doesn't openly share that, but he does keep it in mind.
You'll also be able to identify that the creature you are looking at is a horned devil. Some of you are familiar with, but
Okay.
Great.
yeah, that's likely what you can expect with that. Is that they are summoning horned devils with the native.
Well, do we have a plan?
Well, the explosion will distract them, and we seem to have extra elves around. So
Yeah.
fighting them
Right now-
directly, not really, not that I can
Yeah.
think of.
Yeah. Right now, at the moment, we're essentially we are heading for the head of the snake while our other forces deal with the body.
Right, but even then, do we try to just sever their, like, I don't know, covenant bond or whatever, or do we try to take care of this fiend summoner immediately?
Know what we're going to face exactly. It's hard to tell.
Well,
Hmm.
sure.
I say amidst the battle, we try to focus on one hag at least.
Yes,
Maybe
but
it's,
which one?
Oh yeah, since we've seen well, right now that depends. We haven't really encountered them, but from what Mikkel's, or rather myself and Yeta didn't really encounter them, but you guys did. But from the sounds of it, looks like you got a vendetta against the one who took Mikkel's face.
Yeah, but I don't
I-
think Hex will exactly rush to the front line, so we might have to deal with the devil first. Either way, that fiendish thing.
True.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I'd be surprised if someone didn't have a vendetta if the person stole their face.
Okay, which one of them took your head face?
What was your name again?
It was
That was one
I
of
guess
them.
it was great.
Drek Blood.
Ah, Drigna. Yeah,
Oh,
that
well.
bitch.
That wench.
Her head is mine. I hope you guys know that.
Fine,
Yeah.
I'll go for the legs.
That's one way of putting it.
Okay, well, either
like,
way,
in
it
the
sounds like
piece.
this gray thorn sorrow chick is completely out the picture, so we'll either go for Vatra or Drekna and try to get rid of them.
Great.
Well,
See
thorn,
how the
sorry.
battlefield
think-
looks like. We have no idea if they will even show up all together or whatever. This is speculations at the moment.
Oh, that is one ugly Vatra.
Because the rest are beautiful.
Kill it with fire.
No, but it's like
Straight up nightmares. Nightmare fuel.
Yeah, kill it with fire. Kill it with fire.
it's probably resistant.
These
to
are the
fire, though.
images you're seeing in the book.
Yeah, no. It's ugly. Ugh. Okay. Hmm. Great. We'll have to deal with those things. Do you guys think it would be worth giving it a shot trying to distract whatever, like, super demon that they summon and then try to get rid of the hags?
Well, I'm not entirely sure if getting rid of the hags means getting rid of this fiend. I'm not. I can say devilish pacts are my
No.
speciality.
So where does it specify anywhere in the book that like severing the bond between a hag and a fiend will send it back to whence it came?
In that book, one of the main things you would see there is that the coven is strongest with 3 of them, with the 3 crowns. Like this is,
Yeah, so if we break that,
if you can get rid of one hag, you'll probably weaken the other 2.
yeah.
And yeah, but taking them all on together, they are going to be at their strongest. As far as it seems like they've each got their own sort of specialties. Yeah, and that Vetra is the one that is summoning the fiends specifically. She
And
seems
do
to
they
be
need to be?
accredited with all the
Do they need to
infernal
be?
stuff.
Oh,
Means that in the battlefield she will also most likely be their leader. So taking Vetra down will also weaken the troops. Unless that's the devil that they are summoning is their leader.
I'm just worried that if we get rid of one devil, what's to stop them from bringing another?
Another devil?
Yeah.
Is it just like poof fiend or is it like a long ritual?
Well, no, I've no idea. I'm not entirely sure how this magic will work, but
If those beings are from a place that God escaped, I don't think you can just quickly get one. Probably takes a long ritual to get one here.
You guys are also planning for a large scale battle. I'll point out here, Hilton. Like the,
Yeah.
it's not one of these devils. It's an entire army of those devils.
oh, so I thought they had like one, I don't know, like an extra beefy bodyguard or something.
I mean, they might have like bigger ones amongst their ranks, but what you've learned here is that you should be expecting like an entire platoon of devils that Vetra is command.
Well, the warriors that I command are replaced by Aegir. It will give them an edge. Hope.
I really hope that's a big edge. Hmm.
Well, it's their home as well, so they will give it all they got. You can be certain about that.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'm overthinking it.
Well, it's not bad to overthink, but some things are just not under our control. We can't plan everything. Once we get there, we'll know who's who, what's what, and we'll have to react accordingly. That's what separates the good fighters from the bad ones.
Fair. Still, I wonder if there's any particular weakness that we can exploit. I have to read up on it more later. Ooh.
We'll point out Trymere and Kamala. You guys can both give me either a nature or a history check, as you will be commanding the elves.
Press the screen.
Oh, no.
Here's the. I'll do history check. Oh, 20. No, unnatural.
Yeah, Kamala, you've never fought fiends before, really. Like you fought undead, but don't know much about the fiends. Trymere, however, you would know that the elvish troops you have, elves are considered eternal, and what that means in terms of warfare is that they cannot be horrified. It always succeeds on morale checks to attack undead and fiends because for most people, they would have to succeed a morale check before they can even attack a fiend because it's terrifying. They're like to fight a devil is mechanically horrifying, and the elves are too cool for that. They are not intimidated by devils, so having elvish troops will be a big advantage for you.
Okay. So
Yeah.
right. So anyway, so what did you say? So they're like immune to the fear effect fiends cause. So they
You have
don't
to
need
make a check to attack devils, but they have this feature, so they don't have to make the said check.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, there's also when when fiends inflict a casualty on one of your units, it forces a morale test or can exhaust the unit. Like it's
Oh,
something that if they are horrified, they stop fighting. Everyone's terrified. But elves are immune to that effect, so they are brave as hell, and that's very good.
Yep.
So is Gorm then? It sounds like going to be the commander of the Shields of Broadwick. You're going
yeah,
to lead the main army.
I will.
Yep. I wonder, do we have
Okay.
more than what is shown, or is it a small battle?
Sorry, what?
Oh, I was wondering if like right now the current troops we have right now. Right now I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tokens.
Yeah.
Is that all we have, or is
Yeah.
there more?
Well, yeah, but
Oh,
it's a
okay.
collection of it's like multiple
It's just like
tunes.
the
6
members
mini
are a bit
armies.
smaller, but the miners and the shield of Braudavik are huge. There are a lot of them.
Oh, okay.
This is hundreds of soldiers you're
Yeah.
looking at. Each token is a unit, and a unit can be like from like 12 to 1,000 people, depending on the size of the unit. So
Like
that's
the
represented
shields of
by
Braudavik are a few hundreds probably.
yeah, the hit points that you have there are it's usually a dice that you could just like if you're doing this physically, you just put a dice there. So it's either a D4, a D6, so on those steps. So the smallest you can be is a D4, but that could still be a lot of soldiers depending on the size of the battle. So currently your smallest squads are the mammoth hunters and the sorcerers, but the sorcerers pack a punch. Battle mages are no joke. And
I do
then
believe
yeah,
rules
the shields of
wise.
Brad.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, the shields of Braudavik are all of your infantry together, all of the like individual units. So that's gone up to a D12 because that is a massive force of people.
Mm-hmm.
Right now I can't see the stats of War of Dead Battle Mages or the Field of Blood.
Yeah, probably wasn't assigned yet. That's why. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I do believe the rules wise, if there are battle mages on both sides, they have to engage each other.
Yeah, we'll get into that when we actually is that I think it's probably a bit late now to
We
really
can
get
actually
into it, but
start, so maybe Helte gets a taste of it, and maybe next session it will be a bit quicker.
Are you sure?
yeah, I mean we can try.
Right now I think this is a good day, like a good time. But never mind. Never mind what I said. Go ahead.
There's if you look in the journal section, there is down at the bottom. There's a warfare cheat sheet. Really, that explains all the things like who can attack who. It's all kind of in there, or you can use the actual strongholds and followers. It's all in there as well. But the main thing is that there is kind of an order to who can attack what in battle, and it is as second. Yeah, so basically the way a battle goes is that everyone rolls for initiative in same as you would with a normal combat, and then you deploy these units kind of in reverse so that you can get the tactical advantage. But you deploy them, they're probably going to look like we have it there. Just I've moved the infantry into the reserve, but the reserve and the vanguard and the reserve are the same slot essentially.
Mhm.
Each turn you issue an order to your troops, and most of the time that's just going to be an attack. But using battle magic also counts as that attack. Your infantry can't. Your infantry can attack infantry. Archers can't be attacked by infantry while they are still infantry on the field. So basically, that applies for most things. If there are other soldiers that you would meet first, you have to deal with those before you would go and hit the archers on the back line. For this battle, we probably won't have to worry about cavalry. Aerial units can only be attacked by archers and other aerial units, but aerial units can attack anyone. So if they're flying, anyone's fair game. Fortifications can only be attacked by siege engines, and siege engines like Torg will be can also attack anything else unless there's another siege engine, in which case they will have to. Oh no, they don't have to attack other siege engines. My bad. Yeah, siege engines can attack anyone on the field, but they can't be attacked by anyone other than aerial units if there are other units on the field. So yeah, Tog's going to be fucking people up until everyone else is dead, and then they'll be able to attack Tog.
Yep.
Unless they have aerial units, of course.
Yep, and look at
They're probably going to have flying devils.
It looks like he can target because we're in the forest. He has like battle magic. He can target 2 units instead of 1.
So those can be pretty handy. And then the way it works is very much like battle. You roll an attack against their defense, and then you roll a power test, which is like rolling damage. There's just no maths involved. So it's exactly the way that a normal battle works. This is just much more simplified. And we probably won't run the combat at the same time. I'm going to try just running them separately. So this whole battle should actually go fairly quickly. I say that,
One could hope.
Yeah,
we'll
you know.
describe the like large scale things, and then we'll probably do the hag that you defeat first will be the first one that your characters actually encounter, because you guys are down there fighting the bosses basically while your troops are fighting all around you. So that's what this system is to represent, is we're playing out what your troops are doing, and then we'll play out what you guys are personally doing, which is probably fighting with the boss monsters.
So do we have like one archer, one
No, it's like a
battle mage?
group, a giant. Like it's like
No,
100
no,
archers. Let's
yeah,
say in this file.
Yeah, I just meant, do we have like one group of archers, one group of mages, and 3 infantry, or do we have do we
Yeah.
have a cavalry?
We don't have
Okay.
cavalry. I suggest you play the mammoth unless someone says anything. I think they're the most fun here, as we've experienced.
I mean, I'm fine with either, but alright, cool. I think
Yeah,
that
they
I-
are a powerhouse. They're a bit injured, but they are very fun.
Yeah, alright. Well, that sounds great. Oh, yep. Alright, cool.
Yeah, if you double click on it,
We want
then
to.
you'll see the thing, and then the way that the hit points work is, instead of like tracking hit points, you just have a number of casualties. So if they manage to hit you first, you have to succeed an attack roll. That means you hit, and then you roll the power roll to see if you deal enough damage to actually inflict casualties. And when you inflict casualties, that's like that represents, these big armies clashing, and because one soldier dying in that army doesn't really make much of a difference. So a casualty is enough of them dying that there's actually that group has gotten significantly smaller. And if you get to half hit points, you are then diminished, which means if you take any more, you have to make a test or lose extra. Like they might overwhelm you even faster.
Okay.
Yeah, and what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and if you like roll a nat 20 on your attack, you have advantage on the power roll,
I think these
like
guys.
that to inflict casualties. But if you roll a nat 20 on a power roll, I believe can you remind me what happens if you roll a nat 20 on power roll?
Yeah, I think you inflict an extra casualty.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That
Okay,
if
so the
you
general
if you
gist of
succeed
just
a power
roll
roll,
well is still there.
so
I don't know. I'm just making a mental note. I'll just have to roll 20s and I'm all good. Got it.
yeah, it's usually a good rule to follow.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So let's make sure everyone's got someone assigned. Are you happy with this army? Because you're gonna get oh, that probably would have been your domain action to go and get the battle mages.
Yeah, you did say that.
So that was your last.
Raise an army.
Okay, first of Weron, it's a Cronde, which it's funny to be fighting devils. Cronde,
Oh, it's like Akron. Okay.
literally named. But have you not
Yeah, I
noticed
thought
the
there is
days
like
of
a different character because you grabbed names from different campaigns, so it wasn't in all of them. But yeah, Akron makes sense.
Yeah, the first few names were you guys, and then I ran out of characters from that campaign.
One of them is you.
Let
Yeah.
me tell I was so
The
confused
The
what
previous day
fuck
was
a Cronde
Dev's
was.
Day.
No, yeah, but it's because on the last day God rested and just gave up on trying to find new names.
I got so
Okay,
confused.
so yeah, you guys do you want to try and do the first round? We've probably got enough time. That should be.
Can try, but we have an extra unit.
Yeah. So that was what I was trying to do. Sorry, skipped ahead.
Yeah.
Who is going to control who? We've got Gorm controlling the shields of Braudavik. Sounds like Hilt is controlling the Mammoth Hunters. I mean, Carmela, are you happy to take the Hunters of Ireland again? You've got some
Yeah.
extra elves in there, but that's still your monsoon. Cool. So Carmela's got the elves and or half the elves at least, and then the battle mages, obviously. Trymere. Those are going to.
Yep.
So then the dwarves and Turg. Who's going to take those?
And Mikhail hasn't chosen anything yet. So Mikhail is up.
Right. Yeah. Which ones were it?
The
The
Torg
miners
and
and
the
Torg.
miners are available.
I feel like I should take the miners.
Would make sense. They are all working in your brand new mine.
Yeah.
and, and they also would be able to help. I think one of the things you did as a domain action was actually get. That was in the previous one.
No,
Yeah,
we did.
the,
Try. They have a pit trap option. That's what you meant.
no, I thought you guys increased the armor last, or like you enchanted weapons or something like that. But I think that was when you went for the mountain fortress. I'm thinking
Yeah.
long ago.
Yeah, that was
The
Mountain
dwarves,
Fortress.
yeah,
I do
dwarves
have-
would be very good at helping you smith things. I feel like it makes sense for Mikhail to be working with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can also either pit trap or entrenchment. I think you can do one of those. Is it with the
Yeah.
miners? Not sure what pit trap does.
This unit may place a pit trap on a single square. Okay, cool. So it's a trap.
Yep.
Yeah,
And,
no,
Think
single
like
trap
question.
hole.
think like Vietnam War Punji
Yeah, but what does it
sticks.
do, like mechanically?
That's a very good question.
I'm trying to find in the book what it says.
I would say you, if they walk into that space, you can get an attack on them with the unit.
Okay.
I will look that up again. I may be wrong. Also, it seems like half of these things are only half imported. Like I had left out entire sentences from two of the other things I was setting up today, so there may just be more to that. I'll look at.
Yep.
Yeah, one more
Quick
thing.
question.
I don't have access to the Shields of Braudavik sheet. I can also take Torg if no one wants to. I'll grab the extra unit.
I mean, that was your character. I feel like it's
That's also true. Look at my boy. He's all grown up now.
All gone well.
A quick question. My board of mages, like what is their power tier right now? Because right now one of their features is determined by their power tier, and I don't see their power
I
tier.
believe green is their tier.
yeah. So one.
Oh, one. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, this is the first time you are going to be commanding these. Obviously, the mage that you fought is down there as well. A couple of the journeyman mages that were studying underneath it. But you are the one issuing the orders here. So, and maybe Lady Kira is helping. All of them are back now as well. So I'm sure they will be getting involved in the fight. But um, because this is your first time, it's the first time you're leading these guys into battle. So they are green unit. But if you succeed in this one, they will then increase to, they will like gain experience and then
Okay.
become regular, seasoned veterans. Like eventually they can be this elite unit. But right now,
And the Shield of Braudavik will have the effects that I get as a leader, right?
yes,
Oh
that
yeah,
what
one more
Okay.
thing.
are those effects? Because I can add those to the sheet.
It's fine. I have both of them open, so you don't have to work hard for it if you
I
don't
did
have to.
want to drag them over. I just couldn't remember what they were called.
So
Which one?
I have Holy and Adaptable, I think. Only Adaptable is traits. I think Courageous. Oh, they have Adaptable, so I just added it. And as actions, I have Divine Rally and Rune of Healing.
Divine Rally and Rune of Healing should be on there now as well.
Yep, I see
Let
them.
me know if I missed.
I think they
Didn't
just
add-
yeah, I have them. Yeah, they're here.
Yep, and oh yeah, one more thing. I specifically remember that I wondered, don't we have access to like some Fey aerial units, pixies?
Then you did. Yeah, that's one of those that on one of the domain actions you would have had to contact the fairies. I don't think you did. You get them for this
They
action?
helped us scout the battlefield, but we never asked them for troops. They found this location for us.
Oh, were they involved? Okay. Yeah. So maybe they'll back you up if things are going that badly. But right now, I don't believe you have them as a unit.
Okay, gotcha.
We'll bear that in mind, though. They may be able to come in mid-battle. They also they are they live in the forests where the hags are, so they would be inclined to help you. Well, actually, you know what? We'll say they are working with Tog, so they're going to be part of his unit. He'll be sending them into fight because they're not. No, these are tooth fairies. They're not exactly the most
Is it tooth
most
fairies?
dangerous.
Yeah.
Yes, they come from the domain of dense fire.
Wait, hold on. Isn't there actually I remember seeing in the Mordia map there was like
There
a
were
token
other
that said
fairies.
something about. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
Yeah.
those
fairy,
fairies were from what's her name? Freya, I think, from her area. Those are different fairies.
okay.
But it's the same ones.
Oh,
That,
never mind.
yeah, uh, they do work for Freya, yeah, but most of the sort of fey creatures do. You also came across some gnomes, but those are very tiny. Like it's not a full settlement. I mean, it is a settlement, but it's like there's a tiny, in all meaning of the word. I don't have holy. What is holy?
Holy means undead and fiends have disadvantage on power and attack checks against them. That really carried us against Elson, where I just kept blocking the hordes.
Yeah, that's why I'm like I know it was here. There's some similar things, but okay, I will just have to make a new one. Sorry. Can you drop that description in the chat?
Yeah. Let's see. I'll just have to open the.
Can you not copy paste? Sorry.
Yeah, copy paste also doesn't work for me, so I had to type it.
Hmm.
Probably on one of the other ones actually. So, better. Yeah, actually I've got it.
Nice. Sweet.
Okay. Yeah, anyone got anything else they want to do before the battle actually begins? I mean, we'll get into the real description of everything happening next week, but yeah, we're gonna get into this battle right here. If everyone's still good to go, maybe we can get around.
Well, the miners can place fortification or a trap still.
That is true. Yeah. So were we thinking
Up to you.
like, well,
Trap.
that is true, but
Yep. We also made
Uh,
the trap, Gorm's trap earlier with the oil trap.
yeah, true.
Yeah, that has affected them on the way in. So that's not going to physically be on the map, but that affected their communications. So they will have detriment.
Right. Well, I think I'll put it, since it's one square, I'll put it like by this tree here. I hope that works.
Hold on. So much.
What does the pit trap do?
We don't know yet.
Oh,
The description is rather vague. But it does something, that's for sure.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Okay, it's giving me an error. Sorry. And
From what I could gather, it says that if they move into the tile, they will take one casualty.
Huh, okay.
This is from what I can find.
okay, are you sure you want to put it in the reserve? I will remind you, you can't start units in the reserve where you guys are right now. I just put them back there because I thought it would be interesting to have
Right,
them
yeah.
move one stupid space into.
Yeah, you're right. In that case, no, let's just put it smack dab in the middle of the vanguard.
Okay, nice. I was trying to have a little pit trap thing, but it's something is, yeah, I need to update. Foundry. Okay, so the dwarves have placed their traps. The fire traps are all ready to go off as things kick off here, and there are these armies that you have gathered up and are marching into the forests from Braudavik. Yeah, and I think here we can roll for initiative, and then you can decide, because where I put you there on the where I put them on the map was just kind of my assumption, but you can actually deploy them where you want to.
yep. So right now I see like on my character look, and I can roll initiative for them. So do that.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, I should probably do it with them.
Yes, it does not let me roll for Turg.
It does not let me roll for the hunters.
No, you can do it from the tracker itself, I think.
No. That's what I looked at, because I could not get the little funny thing.
So where do you guys not have permission?
Most likely only observer
I
permissions.
can roll for the hunters, Zod, but for Torg I have nothing.
Order, can you roll the like dice in the corner, like when you open his sheet?
Yeah,
No.
they don't have the right permissions because that's what we're trying to sort out.
Oh, okay.
No, I thought I gave you control of Torg, but
I can see his sheet, but if I press the initiative button, it just pops out the picture of it.
It's not a picture of Torg.
Like his art.
Oh, what the heck? He has a very different sheet than what I expected him to.
What did you expect him to have? Okay, now it works.
Well, yeah, like the others. I guess.
And I roll. That's better.
Not bad.
Oh, I accidentally rolled initiative on my own character. How do
In the combat tracker.
I can't see the thing
Yeah, I
for
don't
that.
see it. I don't see a die to roll. It's just
Don't you see the die symbol next to the name?
Yeah.
nope.
do you see where the chat tab is in the top right? Next to it is the combat tracker. Open that.
No, yeah, in
You
the
scroll
combat
down,
cameras,
you
we're
should see
looking
your.
at it, but it's completely empty there. Like I can see everybody else's initiative. I see the the miners, the mammoth hunters, but there isn't a die next to it to roll for.
Okay, but I don't know why not. Just 1 sec. Okay,
So one popped up now right now for me on
oh Jesus!
Dwarven
Did I give you the wrong?
Miners.
I wonder what unit are you controlling? Like Hieta?
I believe they gave me. Or I believe I have the mammoth hunter.
Give it a minute. I'm trying to do it, guys. Just give it a second.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
I'm
okay. Yeah, it's fine. I was just asking Hieta like what unit he has in control.
I think they have these lunatics.
Mammoth
Right.
hunters.
They were good at the last battle. Used them well.
I sure hope so. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, yeah, yeet. Oh. All right, now we got it all.
okay. What is? Can someone tell me the time?
1 minute till midnight.
Okay. Yeah, then we're going to start this next week because my my patience levels have dropped. But we can
Yeah, it's fine.
we can deploy so long. So we go in a reverse order of the initiative. So you'll just get to place where your tokens are going to be here, but we go backwards. So what is going to start here is actually going to be the hag, as their fiends are going first, and the fiends are airborne, so they're not actually in one of these ranks. They're kind of everywhere because they can attack all over the show. But those are the first things you guys are going to see. It's these bat-like wings of those horned devils flying in through the forest. As running ahead of them on the ground are the Trollkin Raiders, who go on this side, and then it will be the Shields of Braudavik. Where would you like to place them?
I'll place them. Thinking if either in front of the kin or what. I'll block the
Remember,
kin
their
from.
infantry will have to take out the rest of the infantry before they can attack the the people behind. So
Then I'll stay here because we got the miners as well on that side. I believe we can still attack the raiders like diagonally.
yeah, you can, so long as they are within that space.
Yep. Then I'll keep
So
them
then
there.
you will see, while you guys may have Torg, where you were last time, Drekna was trying to summon something, and you will see lumbering through the forest a much, it looks like a darker version of Torg, but is walking on all fours, and this is the Thornblood, as this seems to be tearing up the ground as it walks and just ripping the forest apart as it makes its way towards you. This is a siege engine of its own. It is so terrifying beast, and commanded by Drekna herself, which Mikil, you would see her like standing sort of on the back of this thing as it is lumbering towards this gargantuan creature coming towards you, but she's up there. And then the mammoth hunters. They can
Think
So
I'm
they
able
would
to
have
jump.
to, they either go in the vanguard, the center, or the rear, but infantry usually starts somewhere in the vanguard. So you've got that bottom line.
Yeah. I was thinking I want to go over here. Cover that up. You know what? Yeah, we'll go here.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so the big shield wall that is forming, flanked on the one side by the Goliaths, and then the dwarven miners. Where are they?
Well, see, I'm partial to going there, but at the same time also, yeah. You know what, let's just make a line. A great wall.
And breaking through here.
Nice. Holding that the center of battlefield as yeah, hoping they might run into some of those traps, but then it is going to be Torg as he emerges from
yeah.
the forest.
I think he'll stay there. I think steam machines are rear.
Could be anywhere, I think. Yeah, rear or center.
Yeah, he'll stay there. He can hit everything anyway. Next to the
Yeah,
trees.
so Torg just hiding in the forests there, waiting for them to come alive and start launching rocks across the battlefield.
And you did say this entire thing counts as a forest, right?
Yes, everywhere on this map is going to technically be forest.
Yes.
You're just kind of in a clearing. But those like fallen trees, those are like 100-foot tall trees that
Yeah.
have fallen. Like there's a lot of foliage and stuff around.
Yeah, Torg remains there.
And then the Hunters of Ireland, all of these elvish archers.
Think maybe in the rear. And Sensor seems a little bit dangerous.
Okay, yeah. I mean, with these elven archers, you can like hide in those trees there, just create little platforms to shoot down at them from, and you've got loads of dense foliage to hide in.
Perfect.
You even have an ability for that.
Gorilla fighting.
Yeah.
Gorilla.
Then it will be the battle mages. Trymere, where are you leading?
Would like
Oh.
to mention that.
I'm just going to say the war mages can attack any unit, just by the way.
What was that?
War mages can attack any unit on the battlefield because you're shooting like magic. So
Yeah, I can imagine they're in the center, like dead center, right there where I put them.
Okay.
Hmm.
This is
Behind
army
these
of elves with their
vanguards.
stuff. Sorry, the lag.
Beep boop.
Oh yeah, I was just saying like yeah, in the dead center behind three vanguard unit.
Oh, hello.
You would see an army of Leonin, all of them with darkened fur and these different patterns on each of their chests as you see them kind of stalking through the the, the plants here, uh, led by Ezrava Shadowclaw, who seems to be in and amongst them. These are much darker looking in the uniforms that they're wearing than the Leonin that you've interacted with before, but these are clearly the ones that are allied with the hags. And with that, that seems to be all of the units that have been deployed. Looks like you may outnumber the hags somewhat, having uh, not only gotten rid of some of their Trollkin raiders that you managed to chase away at the beach, but also stopped the allies from Skakutoka from joining. And right now, it's looking like you have more infantry for sure.
At the moment,
Yeah.
right now we don't know. Right now, at the moment, we don't know like the size of their casualty.
No, you some units have got the ability to try and figure that out, but I will say it looks like you guys have got the numbers, especially with the amount of human soldiers that are walking in here. But each of them, neither of them look like they are like larger than a D10. They look like maybe D8, D6 kind of platoons. The swamp monster there looks like it will probably take some doing to take down, and the fiends, it's also looks like a similar size to um, some of your units, but all in all, you've got more numbers here. Knowing that all the elves that are hiding in the forest, you know that you've got the numbers.
Can't believe they
For
missed a
now.
trap. No.
Yeah, thank you guys for the game. I know it was a bit of a weird one, but next week we will get into the final battle with the hags. We'll rewind a little bit and actually have what this deployment looks like altogether. But
Yeah.
yeah, then we will get into this, and hopefully the warfare won't take too long, because then we will jump right into the combat of actually getting right down in there and seeing
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah.
Alright.
Just a quick
Yeah.
question. You did mention area units can only be hit by ranged attacks, or
Or battle magic.
Only the archers and the battle mages are from your side are going to be able to hit
okay.
those devils at
Yeah,
first.
and not only that, but oh wait, hold on. Does the Hunters of Arlen have are they human or elven units?
The 11.
Oh wait, do they have the eternal feature like the
They are
mages?
elves. Yes.
Ah, okay. Oh, okay, got it. Okay, so this is perfect. We can take down the feats without basically rolling morale check.
Thankfully, there are no other battle mages, so we don't have to focus on them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
the
And
fiends.
and
Sorry, the fiends are battle mages.
Okay.
They
Cool.
are airborne battle mages.
Got it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
just nasty.
oh wait, wait, since they're battle mages, like does that mean Braudavik, because they're in the forest, they can target too, but do we have to take out the fiends first before we can target two units at once per turn? Or
Yeah,
or
you're going to have to fight the war mages first. So it looks like it's going to be elves versus devils next week before you are able to help out the infantry.
It's
oh,
fine.
okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
there's a
Right
giant
now,
tree to help the infantry.
Yeah.
You can.
So right now,
So you.
right
Sorry.
now I was just saying, right now the feature of the Borbet mages, basically because we're in a forest terrain, they can target 2 units, but because there are enemy mages, they have to take them down first before they can target 2 units at once.
It does say technically that you can target two. I mean, you can still use battle magic. So I'd say actually, yeah, you probably could still use that.
Oh, okay. All right. Awesome.
It says you can't directly attack anything apart from other battle mages and war mages, and then in brackets can still use battle magic. So I think that that means that so long as you are hitting the devils, you can get some others with the sort of.
Yeah, target
I'll
another
say they have
unit.
to be adjacent. You have to. You can't just hit them anywhere on the field.
Wait, what was that?
I was going to say adjacent, but airborne creatures can't be adjacent. So never mind. Yeah, you could use
Okay,
the
so
back.
I can. Okay, so I can still use the feature of targeting 2 units per turn when using battle magic.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, bear in
As
mind your
long as
battle magic is a slightly different role,
yeah,
but it's pretty close to what you've usually got. So.
All right.
yeah.
Sweet. Also, yeah. Thanks for the session. Sorry, but like, I gotta go. So,
Yeah,
well,
no,
see you guys next week then.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
see you
Yep.
next
See ya.
See you tomorrow.
Oh yeah.